Why would I throw in the towel? I just got in my bag. I don't make no mistakes. I'm coming for mine, and there ain't no one taking my place. Listen, I've taken some L's. Yeah, that means I lived and I learned. Now I got some money to burn. Why would I throw in the towel? I just got in my bag. I don't make no mistakes. I'm coming for mine, and there ain't no one taking my place. Listen, I've taken some L's. Yeah. That means I lived and I learned. Now I got some money to burn. Why would I throw in the towel? I just got in my bag. Slow the stars, what they calling out? I don't know what they talking about.
Yo. What's good, y'all? What's good, man? Yeah, we back. Yeah, I know it's been a minute, but you know what I'm saying? Had to get some things straight, you know what I'm saying? Take a little break from YouTube, man, but we back, man, in full effects. Well, you know what it is, man. Giants conversation. Glad to be back on the air. But what's good, man? What's good with y'all, man? We got a lot to talk about, man. A lot of chatter around the Giants, man. A lot of chatter around the draft. But we're gonna get into all that. We're gonna get into all that, man. But like I like to always do, you know what it is, man. Same routine, man. What's good to the chat, man? What's up, y'all? What up, man? Talk to me. Coach, I see you. What's good, man? Hit the link. Link is in the Big Blue Crew chat. You know what it is. I can definitely put the link in the regular chat too if you guys want to get come on the show, because we're gonna be doing a live mock draft. We're gonna be talking about the Giants. We're gonna be talking about the entire NFL, the entire draft. So got a lot of things to cover today, man. So definitely feel free if you guys want to join in on the conversation today. Ghost Dog, what's goody, bro? What's good with you, Ghost? What up, bro? I see you, man. Peace. Iman, what's up, man? Yeah, man. Yeah, we was supposed to go live days ago. You right, man. Like I said, had to get some things straight, but we back, man. We back. You know what it is, man. We're gonna give you the content like we always do. Wells, what's good, man? What up, Wells? What's good with you, man? Hope all is well, man. I know Wells, man, had that trip out to Wells. And definitely go check out Wells' channel. Wells got his channel up and running, and it is fire content, man. Fire content, boxing, UFC, soccer, rugby, all that good stuff. All right. But let's get into it, man. You know what I'm saying? I know what y'all came to talk about, and that is the New York Giants. We're gonna get into a couple Giants topics, and hopefully later on gonna have some people join in on the show, and we're gonna do this live mock draft for all 32 teams. But let's start off with the Giants. I know they had some free agent signings here recently. Bought another lineman in. That is the fifth offensive lineman. Matt Nelson from the Lions. He is a tackle looking to play probably swing tackle. I'm guessing he's gonna be a backup. Was not nothing spectacular, but should be a serviceable backup, probably in the mode of somebody like a Tyree Phillips or something like that. So the Giants is dead serious about getting this offensive line together. Joe Shane ain't playing around. You know, we already know about the signings of John Runyon and I like to call him light skin Jermaine because his last name be killing me. I think it's pronounced Illuminor. But Jermaine Illuminor, definitely supposed man at right tackle spot. So let's start there. What should the Giants starting offensive line be in 2024? I've been getting some pushback on my take about this offensive line, but I want to get you guys' thoughts. So I'm thinking the Giants should move Evan Neal into guard. That's my that is my opinion, my unpopular opinion. And the reason is because I think, well, I know at this point, Jermaine, light skinned Jermaine, is a better right tackle than Evan Neal. Now, people saying give Evan Neal a chance. That's fine. You gave him a chance in year one, year two. if you want to put the best offensive line out there to protect whoever the quarterback is, speculation, we're going to get into that too later on. Speculation about drafting the quarterback, that's all fine and dandy. Protect the kid. Protect the kid. Don't trot Evan Neal out there. This experiment has failed miserably. Quit trotting Evan Neal out there and thinking he's just going to turn it around and fix it. And the dude is coming off an injury. That's another thing. It's not like he's been the pillar of health either. So you wanna take that into consideration because if you do, or if he does go down, or Andrew Thomas go down, what you gonna do? What you gonna do if Andrew Thomas go down? Now, this is my scenario. You put Evan Neal at left guard next to Andrew Thomas. I think he's better on the left side. That's where he played at in college. He played left tackle in college. So he can play left tackle. And if you can train him up to play left guard, guess what? If something does happen to Andrew Thomas, God forbid, you can slide Evan Neal over to tackle on that left side. He should be already used to it, playing that position, being that he played it in college. He's probably better on that side, to be honest with y'all. I'm just going to keep it a buck. He's probably better on the left side. Now, they drafted him and they moved him to right tackle. And crazy fans, they want to take another tackle like Joe Alt, that's a left tackle, and move him over to right tackle too. You're doing the same thing. So let's put the guys where they're strong at. Let's put them in the position that they have been drafted to play, and stop playing this musical chairs with this offensive line. I want to welcome my brother, Big Pat Sports Talk, to the panel. What's good with you, bro?
What's going on, man? I hadn't seen you. It went live. So I had to come show some support since I'm off today.
Yeah, we're gonna get it in today.
Yeah, so I see you was talking about the offensive line. You want me to stream this on mine too, or?
Yeah, most definitely. You know how we do it.
Okay.
Yeah, most definitely. Let me get to a couple comments. The chat is lighting up. Appreciate y'all, man. Iman says if the Giants get Brandon Ayuk, they drafted McCarthy. I don't know if there's any smoke around that Brandon Ayuk rumor, but there's definitely smoke around them drafting McCarthy. And we're gonna talk about that here in a little bit. Rando, what's good with you, man? Appreciate your support, man. Yeah, thank y'all for coming through. He says if they dead serious, they need to draft Fashanu. Nah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's stop taking these left tackles and moving them to right tackle. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to go the draft route, just draft the right tackle. And there's some right tackles, pretty good ones in the draft, if that's the way you want to go. But I like light-skinned Jermaine. I think he can get the job done. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, Ghost says Jermaine gonna take that right spot, book it. I think he will too. Ghost. I just think that that right now he's just the better player. And if you're honest and you're gonna let them actually battle it out in camp, let the best man win. Stop forcing this thing. If Evan Neal can't cut it, he can't cut it. He says he should be 100 by week 8. Yeah, we ain't waiting until week 8. Rondo says, I think they should fight it out, but don't take much time after the first or 2 padded practices. That's fair. I could respect that. You know what I'm saying? Let them go in to camp and be honest about it, and let them battle it out and see who wins, see who the better man is. Just to be honest with you, man. We lost Pat, but he'll be back. Tudo, what's good, man? Much love and respect to you too, boss. Appreciate you, man. Hope all is well with you and your squad, of course, man. Much love and support. Jacob, man, appreciate the sub, man. Thank you, man. Blessings to you, brother. Appreciate that. It says Fashanu is good all over the line. Yeah, but I mean, if you're taking Fashanu, you're probably gonna have to take him at 6, and to take a guy at 6, that's a little rich right now. But we're gonna talk about that. What are your feelings? JJ versus Trey with Minnie, and get to first. Yeah, I would definitely trade down with Minnesota and let them take JJ McCarthy. I sure would in a minute. I ain't gonna hold you.
Well, I don't know if this is a subject you want to talk about, but what about the JJ McCarthy train, man? What do you think about it?
We could talk about JJ McCarthy. And there is reports that the Giants do love JJ McCarthy. And of course, as the chat, my fellow chat members put in the chat there, Jacob, what the trade? So if you're gonna get JJ McCarthy, you're gonna have to trade up for him. I'm not trading up for JJ McCarthy or any quarterback in this draft. That has been my stance on it. I'm not changing my stance on that. The Giants have way too many holes to be giving up extra picks to go get this quarterback to try to come save this franchise, because that's going to be the expectation, especially if you trade up for one. But if he's there at 6 and the Giants are absolutely sold on JJ McCarthy, sure, I'm not going to hate the pick. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to hate the pick. The only pick from a quarterback, to be honest with you, that I would absolutely hate is Drake May.
Man, what?
I'm going to be honest with you. I would hate that pick.
Tell them why you would hate that pick. Because a lot of people, I want you to explain why you would hate the pick.
Here's the reason why. Drake May is a project quarterback. And what you mean by a project quarterback is, or what I mean by a project quarterback is someone that has a skill set but is very, very raw. And to me, when you look at Drake May's tape, it's all over the place. Like he's very, very inconsistent. He had he played two full seasons in UNC, I believe. So in those 2 seasons, Drake May did not win a bowl game for the Tar Heels. Drake May in a lot of big games did not play very well against top competition. Clemson, he looked erratic in that South Carolina game. Didn't play too well and against Appalachian State for some reason. And to me, when I'm looking at a quarterback, I want my quarterback to show up when it matters. That's one of the main things I'm looking at some of these quarterbacks. I want my quarterback to show up when it matters. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a skill set with a quarterback, like as far as arm strength, height, weight, or whatever, but what's in his mind is a different story. You know what I'm saying? What's in what the mental makeup of some of these quarterbacks is different. You know what I'm saying? I think a JJ McCarthy might have that type of mental makeup. You know what I'm saying? His knock is experience. We don't know if if he was put in enough situations, but with Drake May, nah, man. That dude's a project quarterback, man. He's gonna have to sit and really refine his mechanics, footwork. I mean, just coming at it from a tape standpoint. I'm out, man. I'm out on Drake May, man. I've been out on Drake May. I watched him as a Tar Heel fan in college. And I would not want him as a quarterback for the New York Giants. People say, yeah, Brian Dable can turn him into Josh Allen. If that's what you think, sure, go ahead and take the kid. I don't think it's gonna happen. But talk to me, Pat. What you think?
I think the hype train has been extremely real with Drake May. I just don't think that kid is built for New York, man. I mean, if you hate the way Daniel Jones plays for this team,
yeah,
I don't see why you would like anything about Drake May then. Because Drake May is not as athletic as they trying to make him out to be. His decision making is one of the worst out of the top 5 quarterbacks. What's his signature win?
He doesn't have one. I told you he didn't win a bowl game. And people want to shit on the Tar Heels. Like, North Carolina is not a great team, obviously, man, but it's not like he was playing with bums either. You know what I'm saying? Amarian Hampton comes out, their running back. He's probably a third round pick or something like that. And then you had Tez Walker.
Yeah, they
No,
had like Tez Walker was a bum. They had like
the
the
line
tight end
wasn't
that he
great,
had.
but look at the line that they had in his first season. We drafted 2 of their fucking linemen, in
Right.
McKeith and goddamn Mizzou. So,
And then, they had like North Carolina ain't been led by their running game for like the past 6 years.
yeah.
Look how many North Carolina running backs have been drafted. Look it up. Because it's obviously that me and
Good,
people
man,
like
Cave, Ballfoot. I see y'all. Mr. Burton. What's up? Brian, what's good with you? Go ahead.
it's obvious that people like me and NYG, people just think that we just be talking. But look at North Carolina and look at all the running backs that have been drafted out of North Carolina. And then come talk to us. This man literally stays in that area and sees that he's been watching them play for the past 5-6 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
With Yates, that's like 8 years ago, I believe.
Yeah,
Like
TJ Yates. Yeah, they had Trubisky,
Yeah.
Sam Howell, and then now of course Drake May.
So it's
All
not
of them
like
been trash.
not like we don't watch the team and we're just talking just to talk. No, I've literally watched Drake May because he was one of the hyped up quarterbacks that they want us to take. So why wouldn't I study film on him?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, I see what I see. That dude's wild, man. And like he's not as accurate as any of the other quarterbacks. He's not even as accurate as Bo Nix.
No.
And I'm talking about throwing it down the field. I'm not talking about short screen passes. I'm talking about throwing the ball down the field. I think he's the worst out of the bunch.
Yeah, and that's what the Giants are looking to do now. They're looking to throw the ball down the field. And another thing about Drake May is his processing. You know what I'm saying? You want a quarterback, we complain about, and myself included, you know what I'm saying? This has been one of my knocks on Daniel Jones was his processing. And so you want a quarterback, but then you're going to bring in a quarterback that's pretty similar to Daniel Jones in a lot of metrics, as far as height, weight, size, even the area they from, as far as the processing, you know what I'm saying? And that's my opinion. You know, scouts can tell me otherwise, but that's my opinion. I think Drake May is a closer version of is a hyped up version of Daniel Jones.
I'm telling you.
To be honest with you, I'm just gonna say it. He's a hyped up version of Daniel Jones. Coach, what's good with you, man?
Sorry, I'm late, guys.
Appreciate you joining the show.
Yeah, good to be back with you guys. So,
yeah, man. Had to get this fired up. We got 37 in the chat, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Please hit that like button for Unpopular Opinion Sports, man, and Big Pat Sports Talk, man. The Big Blue Crew, man. We are back in effect, man. Let's get it. Coach.
Rando, what's going on?
What's your thoughts on the Giants? Let's get back to the topic. The Giants reports that they love JJ McCarthy, and should they trade up for said quarterback?
First of all, what's up, everybody in the chat? Good to see everyone. As far as JJ McCarthy, I mean, if that's your guy, then go ahead, get your guy if that's who you really believe in. As far as me trading up, nah, I can't see me trading up. Not for anyone, to be honest with you. Personally, I've been of the mindset, always been in the mindset about trading back, but I get it if you can't.
Mac, what's good, bro? What's up, Mac? Mac, the Giants fan in the building.
What's up, Mac? But McCarthy, I mean, he has some skill set, but with all the quarterbacks in this draft, I mean, I say they all have issues. They all have to be coached up. The best one is, if for me, is Penix. I get the injury issue with everyone else, but in terms of playing the quarterback position, he's the best. McCarthy, he's just I haven't seen enough of him. I mean,
Mm.
there is some talent there. Yes, there is. Is the issue because of the system he played in? Because when he was playing at Michigan, they were heavily run based and played defense. And it did not allow us to really see the consistency in his play. Yeah, there are moments he's made plays, and then there's moments where it's like, we're in a run. I mean, we're in a passing era, so that's what everyone wants to see. And based off of that, I just haven't seen enough of him. So,
Mm.
but I mean, now if Shane and Dable, that's their man, then take your man, and you better be right with him. And if not, you'll be probably looking for a job down the road somewhere. So, but um, again, that's my thought on the quarterback from up north.
Yeah. Randall says that phrase gets me upset. Why do we think that DJ isn't their guy? Granted, people don't like him, but they seem to. Reports. Dable said he is their guy. That came from Brian Dable's mouth. Again, Dable and Joe Shane have been in support of Daniel Jones. And like Randall said, you can hate the guy all you want to. Don't shoot the
Mm-hmm.
messenger. You know what I'm saying? The New York Giants are telling you this, not NYG, not Big Pat, not Coach Ed. It's the New York Giants telling you that they like Daniel Jones now. Are they lying? They could be. Are they sending smoke so they don't, people don't know their draft plans? Possible. But I'm telling you what they're saying. Daniel Jones is going to be on the roster.
Yeah, he has no choice but to be on the roster. That's for sure.
You got that money tied up with him, so
yeah,
I mean,
whether they bench him in order to avoid the injury clause, which I can see them doing it, but they're gonna have to do it in a way to where they won't get penalized for doing that. Because if Daniel Jones comes out and say, "Hey, you're doing this to me unfairly," that's gonna open up a whole can of worms. You see what I'm saying? Because you can't just bench the guy just to bench him.
I'm gonna tell you what they're gonna do, Pat. They're gonna PUP him in the beginning of the season, and then they're gonna let Drew Lock go out there. And then you don't get your job back when you're an injured quarterback. We know that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why they're saying Daniel Jones is their guy if healthy. That's why they're throwing all this smoke out that they're concerned about his health.
The thing
That's
about
why
the PUP though,
smoke is
NYG,
going out there.
the thing with the PUP though, NYG, is you have to have a legit injury. Like if he passes his physical, you can't PUP him. You see what I'm saying? If he goes out there and passes his physical before training camp, then what? You can't PUP him. You can't just throw somebody on injury reserve if they're not injured.
Right. And I understand that. But the thing about it is a lot of NFL teams will nurse an injury. You know what I'm saying? They will baby the injury along just for that. You know what I'm saying? So they might say, well, yeah, he's technically, I guess, healthy, like he'll be out there in practice or whatever, but they have a right to say, like, hey, look, we don't feel that you're ready right now. And if he's not ready throughout the whole training camp or throughout towards the end of the going into the regular season, they're gonna start Drew Lock.
But the thing is, Daniel Jones is a human being. He knows himself, and if it shows that his medicals are pretty good, all Daniel Jones has to do is say anything, and there's the can of worms.
But if Daniel Jones gonna say that,
if my career is on the line, yeah, why wouldn't he say anything if his career is on the line? I'm going to get cut after this year. And then if I have the moniker of me being a broken down ACL quarterback, how I'm going to make some more money? So if I'm healthy, yeah, I'm going to say something because my career is on the line.
Yeah, I always feel like NFL teams find a way to kind of nurse these injuries and baby these injuries and you know, kind of force the player to come back a little bit slower than they want to. You know what I'm saying? So, but
Yeah,
we'll see.
I
We'll
understand
see.
that, but this situation is different because this is make a break again for Daniel Jones. His back's against the
Okay.
wall
Yeah,
again.
make a break.
You
And
you have in this situation, um, it's remember it's collectively bargained. So what does the CBA say? As far as players now, to your point, NYG teams do have a right to go slow and bring a player back. A player may say, "I'm ready, I'm fine," but the bottom line is, what did the doctor say? And
Right.
yep.
that's where Shane and Dable will always cop out, because if the doctors
Hmm.
say, you know what, let's take it slow with him, Daniel Jones has no choice. He may say, I feel fine, I'm ready to go. But if the doctors say, now can he go to the union and say,
Mm-hmm.
I need a second opinion, and the
Yep.
union pay for a doctor to get a second opinion? Yes, he has that right. But in the beginning, the team does have the control. So they have the right to say, we're investing XYZ amount of money. Shane and Dable have just said he's the quarterback. They're doing the right thing to him. They're showing support to him. Fans may not like it, but that's what they're doing. So Daniel Jones can't go to the union and say, well, they're holding me back. No, no. First of all, you have a serious injury. It takes time.
Mm-hmm.
Not only the knee, but you also have your spinal issue.
Yeah.
We have to look out for you. Forget football. We have to look out for you for your quality of life after football.
And apparently that's the injury, not to cut you off, coach, but apparently that's the injury that they're worried about is the neck. From reports or rumors or whatever you want to call it. They're more concerned about those neck injuries than the ACL.
Mm-hmm. So that's really what it boils down to with Daniel Jones. So both you guys, you have valid points. You're right with what you're saying, but when you put it together, the team does own his rights to in that regard because of the money they invested in him, and as a player, and Pat, this, NYG, coming from the basketball spectrum, players want to go out there. That's all they want to do. They just want to play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes you have to save
You
them from
say
themselves.
Yeah.
exactly. So
Hmm.
and look, I mean,
And we may be in a situation like that, coach. They may have to save Daniel Jones from himself.
exactly.
Because who knows how bad those neck injuries is. I know it's serious because he had to come out, 3 games after that hit from
Mm-hmm.
Miami?
Mm-hmm.
And then he didn't look right in the Raiders game when he came back. He looked a little loopy, and then dude backed into his knee, and that was it. But
Yeah.
those neck injuries are serious, man. And if you have to protect them from themselves, so be it. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna sit here and say that the man is just the worst quarterback to ever play. That's crazy. Like, if you don't like the guy, that's cool, but at least keep it real on his name. Don't trash his name too. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, man. But let's get into this draft, man. Let's talk about this draft. Now, what are we looking at pick 6? We talked about the quarterbacks, but the other option there is the wide receiver. And I think that's how it's gonna go down. They could go corner. They could go O-line. Hell, they could take Brock Bowers, but I feel like honestly, this thing is coming down between either them taking a quarterback or if for whatever reason their quarterback ain't there, them saying, "Hey, look, we just gonna go wide receiver and try to build up the team and run it back." But
Hey, Tudo with the 4.99 super chat.
salute Tudo, appreciate that, bro. Um, but definitely, man. So out of the wide receivers, give me y'all's top. I'll go top 5 because a lot of people talking about the top 3 a lot.
Are you talking
Give
about
me
top 5 for us or just top 5, period?
give me your top 5 wide receivers in this draft because we're gonna be doing a live mock draft here in a little bit, and we're gonna go kind of team by team. So just kind of give me your top 5 receivers in your opinion? I know you guys study and watch film, so this gonna be some good stuff, y'all. Hit that like button. Go ahead.
Well, first and foremost, the top five. We all know Marvin Harrison's number one, even though they trying this crazy stuff about him not going as the number one receiver. Go ahead and pass on him. Let him fall to the Giants, please. But Marvin Harrison, you know the pedigree, everything about that kid. I just think he's just going to be a star immediately in the league. Malik Neighbors is not too far behind. I had to look at Malik Neighbors a little more closely after Coach told me about him. I knew what he was, but that kid's dynamite too, bro. Like after the catch, he's gonna be one of the best after the catch when he catches the ball. He does know how to settle down in zones just as good as Marvin Harrison Jr. does. So I got him 1A, 1B, man. But I still wouldn't take Malik Neighbors over Marvin Harrison, but some will. Number 3 is got to be Rome Odunze. He gives you everything too. Now the thing with Rome Odunze is he may start off slower than what Malik Neighbors and Marvin Harrison Jr. do, and I think people are gonna start. Let's say if he came to New York in his first season, he only has like 60 catches for 700 yards, like a Slayton season.
Mhm.
That will probably be his floor. You know how Giants fans are; they're gonna start saying, "Oh, he's a bust" and all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I think Rome Odunze starts off slow, but once he gets into his groove, he's gonna be one of the top receivers too. Now, my number 4 receiver is Adonai Mitchell, AD Mitchell from Texas. I think that
Okay.
kid's the number 1 receiver too, and he has better route running than Odunze. I just give Odunze the edge because of production. Odunze has shown that he can do the production that AD Mitchell hasn't shown at Texas and Georgia. And I will say due to some quarterback play, but I think if you give that kid a chance, he's going to turn into a number 1 receiver. And then after that, to be honest, it's between Brian Thomas, Rome Wilson from Michigan, and Xavier Legette from South Carolina. I think you can't go wrong with either one of them, depending on what you're trying to do for your team. I think Xavier Legette could turn into a monster too.
Yeah.
If you just let him learn the nuances of the game. But yeah, I truly believe that's my top 5 with a couple of spoilers in there. But I don't know what you guys think.
I like it, man. I like the top 5. I ain't got no pushback. Coach, what's your thoughts, man? Give me your top 5, and then we can kind of compare and contrast.
Top 4, I'm pretty much with Pat on. When you get down to that 5th one, I'm with Lad McConkey, Legette, and Troy Franklin. Those are the ones that I have been debating myself with. You know, it's just something about Lad McConkey that I really, really, really love. You know, and I know most people say, "Oh, he's a slot receiver." You know,
No, I think he can play outside too.
exactly. You know, they sleep on the fact that he can play on the outside, and he does, his route running is phenomenal. He has deceptive speed, you know, and he has short hands. I mean, you know, if you really go and look at the film and watch him, I mean, he really has, you know, probably the best hands in my opinion out of this whole draft. I mean, I know some people say Marvin Harrison, but I'm telling you, just you know, I don't know why some people sleep on Lad McConkey, but you know, Troy Franklin, you know, and Legette, you know, kind of the same type of receivers, you know, and you know, you can put them as basically classify them as, you know, X receivers. You know, can you probably move Franklin inside? I mean, move him to the Z and move him and play him as a move receiver. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, Frank is more of like a speed guy, isn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
the thing with Troy Franklin is what's his nuance as a receiver besides his speed? What else does he do? You see what I'm saying? like I don't think he's gonna be a route runner like a Jefferson or somebody like that. And people see speed all the time in the NFL. I mean, look at Hyatt last year. All he really was doing was speed, and he couldn't get going the way that he wanted to get going. And
Yeah.
Troy Franklin is even thinner than he is. Troy Franklin is thin, and then if he adds some route running, I don't know, that kid could be dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
So
Is that
I'm not trashing him,
mm-mm.
but
But
I
see,
think he's a third round pick.
the thing about him though is he a product of the Oregon system?
Good, TJ. What's good, Coach TJ?
What's up, everyone? Red. I mean, is he a product of the system? Yeah, Keon Coleman is another one. But we said top 5. That's why. I mean, he's there, but
Why is Coleman dropping? Because I kind of felt like he was a first rounder, like top 15.
He was a first rounder after that catch that he made over the middle of the
Mm-hmm.
field with the one hand, and everybody went crazy. But if you look at Florida State, you look at his film and you tell me what about him is the guy. I think he would be a great possession receiver in this league until he learns the nuances of getting route running and getting off the line of scrimmage. But to me, when you look at his film, he's a great possession receiver if you use him in that way. But if you draft him to be the guy, you might mess him up. I'm just going to be honest with you. I think he would fit well with us because of the speed we have on the field. And if you can let him monitor the middle of the field and catch those 50-50 balls at back shoulders, he could be Hodgins on crack. That's what I think he could be. The way Hodgins plays, because Hodgins is legit in the red zone. Like, that's the dude I want them to throw it to in the red zone. He finds a way to get open and get touchdowns. Coleman can do that all day. I think he can be an 80 catch guy, maybe just over 1,000 yards, or you can get him as a 64 catch guy, just over 1,000 yards, because he can beat you deep with that speed. Like I said, this is not a hit piece on Keon Coleman. I get that on Twitter. It's like if you don't say that he's the absolute greatest or he's the absolute worst or something, it's like, man, I don't get it. But I'm not mad at Coleman. I think he's a second round pick. And I do believe he will go high in the second round. Maybe to us. Who knows?
Yeah, man. I'm with y'all on like the top 5. My guy, my kind of sleeper, not really a sleeper, but it's Leggett, man. It's Xavier Leggett, man. Especially if they go QB round 1. I seen something on Twitter. He's got the exact same height and weight as AJ Brown. Like, he could be our AJ Brown, our DK Metcalf type of receiver right there. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like the Giants got a good group. You just need an alpha. You don't really need like you can have a 1-1A. Like, Slayton or Hyatt could be your 1-1A. You know what I mean? Or maybe it's Wan'Dale Robinson just eating up the middle. Pause. But you need that alpha, that somebody that's going to put fear and this dude just physically just looks the part. Like, Leggett is
he definitely. Hey,
he's a dude, man.
Let me tell you about. Look, let's say if we do get Leggett, probably in a second. Let's say we're able to get him at 47, and we did draft a quarterback at 6. I think if we draft a quarterback at 6, it's going to be Drake May, because I think he's going to fall. But let's say we get Leggett. Add Leggett with Slayton, Hyatt, Wan'Dale Robinson. If you could get Leggett to work the middle of the field, like I said, the way they worked Hodgins, I'm telling you, that dude is he's gonna ball out, because he's a guy that they haven't seen on the Giants, and I don't know, a long time. And the guy that can catch the ball.
Knicks.
Yeah, the guy that could exactly just like Knicks. I think he's just faster than Knicks. And if he could catch the ball and turn those 5-yard slant routes into 15, 20-yard plays, you throw him a quick screen, because now you can add the quick screen game with his talent. Because all you got to do is get the ball in his hands. His rookie year, just get the ball in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
Let him feel the speed of the game. Get the ball in his hands. Let him break some tackles. Let him build that confidence, and then he'll have one whole offseason to work on that route running. And if he gets that down, that dude's gonna be better than AJ Brown. I'm telling you, that dude's a monster, bro. Did y'all hear him talk?
Yeah, he's
that dude sounds just like Randy Moss, bro.
Yeah, he country.
That dude country is I don't know what, man. He would be a hit in New York.
Yeah,
imagine
man.
that country dude making plays and he started talking, boy, people gonna be laughing their ass off. And he would get all type of endorsements and everything just because he country as hell.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of receivers in this draft. So that's why I'm not going to be like boo-hoo if they draft a quarterback in the first round. You have to, if they want their guy, you have to let them get their guy. Much as I like Daniel Jones, I'm not a moron. I know the neck injuries is a serious thing. And if they have to bench him to avoid that $25 million, do that to keep $25 million in your pocket. So you can get rid of him the next year.
I think they serious about that 25. Man.
I know they serious about that 25. Joe Shane serious about that money, bro. Like, he's giving contracts of straight robbing people. Dexter Lawrence is making what, $7 million less than the dude that signed with the Raiders?
Yeah. Wilkins. Yeah.
But everybody was telling me, Dexter Lawrence didn't take no discount or anything. Dexter Lawrence took no, fool. That man could have asked for a whole lot more money than what he took from Joe Shane, but somehow, some way, they talked him into it. Mm-hmm. So we gonna see, man. I'm just excited
about Brendan Rice. I'm glad you put. Shout out to On My Square. Appreciate you in the chat, man. What's your thoughts on Brendan Rice? I hear he's, of course, if you guys don't know, the son of Hall of Famer Jerry Rice. So what's your thoughts on Brendan Rice and where y'all think he ends up? Like what round? What?
I think Brendan Rice goes around the 3rd or 4th round.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about Brendan Rice is when you draft him, don't expect Jerry Rice.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Because he's not on nowhere near his daddy's level on any aspect of receiving. Can he be a good receiver? Yes. I say if you put him on a team like the Raiders, I think he can shine. It just depends on the system that you're running. If you're counting on him to be a number one receiver, good luck. But a possession receiver that you bring in, like the dude from the 49ers, what's his name? Mitchell. No. Jennings.
Yeah.
He could be just like that, and Jennings is effective. I don't care what nobody say. That dude's effective on that team because when they need those crucial third downs, he seems to get those catches all the time. I think he can play a role like that. And I may be wrong. Maybe he could turn into a number one receiver. But if you drafted him and you try to promote him because of his daddy, you're gonna mess him up.
But I think someone's going to do that, and these fan bases are going to be the big push behind it. Because they're going to be expecting, just like you said, they're going to be expecting another Hall of Famer, all-time great wide receiver right off the bat. And, like you said, he has to be developed, but, yes, he understands the game of football. He really does. He's been tutored and mentored well, but you know what? He has to live up to the production. He's not a Marvin Harrison Jr. I mean, his skills say you see translate, and it's very, very similar, if not better than his dad's, where this is the other way. Rice, he has something to work up to, but yeah, going to the right system. To be honest with you, Pat, I wouldn't be surprised if Chicago takes him later in the draft.
Yeah,
because that would be the perfect matchup. Because if you're going to take his quarterback, what better way? And then those two continue to build. And now that way, within the NFL system, he really builds himself up.
And that allows you to put Keenan Allen in the slot and let him run that Z receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah, they setting Caleb Williams up.
Yeah,
pretty damn good over
that's
there. With
nice.
DJ
And
Moore,
we talked
Keenan
about
Allen,
that. Remember, I talked to y'all about pairing college receivers with the
That's
quarterback.
coming a thing now.
I didn't even think about Brendan Rice
ago.
though. Yeah, I didn't even think about Brendan Rice and Caleb Williams. That'll be kind of dope for the Bears.
And Keenan Allen is the perfect guy for him to learn. Because I think if he can mold his game around like a Keenan Allen, then he will be dope. He will be dope. And him being that third receiver, let Keenan Allen go to the slide and DJ Moore do his thing out there. Yeah. Caleb Williams gonna have some weapons, man.
Says what Yale says the tight end too over there. So,
Cole Kmet, nice.
And then you also have
and then they got Swift.
Swift, and you also have a defense.
Yeah,
you have a defense. So
and they have been working on their offensive line just like we have. So
but see now, I'm glad you went there with that, Pat, because we've been talking about building a team before you get your quarterback for the most part.
Facts.
Yeah. And this is what Chicago has done. That's what some people don't see. Now, if you go get your quarterback, yeah, you're right. Now you do it. You're in the right position. Chicago's perfect. But they built a team around that. If that quarterback goes in there, even as a rookie, just let your guys do the job. Get them the ball. You work on yourself as you grow and expand your game. But in the beginning, just let the guys do the work for you.
Guess what, Coach? Guess what they're going to say if Caleb Williams has a good season next year? It was all Caleb Williams. They didn't have no foundation before he got there.
Exactly.
That's exactly what they're going to say. And look like a bunch of dummies to people that really know the game.
Now, let me ask y'all something. Let me just ask y'all. With what the Giants have done, just be honest. You chat, y'all could chime in. Appreciate y'all. We got almost 100 in the chat, man. Y'all lighting it up today, man. Let's go. What do you think with the moves the Giants have made on the offensive line, with the moves they made so far in free agency, with the additions and then of course the two big subtractions, with the draft capital that they have right now? I know they traded a pick for Burns, but they still got 6 picks?
6, yeah.
6 picks. Do you think the Giants, roster-wise, can support a young quarterback?
Okay, I'm gonna answer this and take a quick smoke break. The addition of Illuminador, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, Illuminador.
Yeah, I call him light-skinned Jermaine. That's his name.
Yeah, light-skinned Jermaine. Yeah, that's good. Light-skinned Jermaine. John Runyon. I will say this, and I said it in my video. This shit gonna be up to Evan Neal, bro.
Talk about
because if Evan Neal blocks at right tackle the way that he's supposed to block, I have confidence in Runyon and light-skinned Jermaine. Now we got 2 veterans that know what they're doing. John Michael Schmitz is going to get better. Andrew Thomas is already that dude. If Evan Neal blocks, I feel confident in about any quarterback that you could put back there if Brian Daboll is what he is advertised to be. I truly believe that, because now our receivers will get better. You're able to run the schemes better because now you have protection.
Yeah.
So if you feel J.J. McCarthy or Drake May, who I want no part of, but if you feel you can fix Drake May, I believe that offensive line is the key, and the key to the offensive line is Evan Neal. If Evan Neal plays well, we play well. If he looks terrible again, we're going to have to replace him and maybe put him at guard, or I don't know, man. But I think this is a very key year for Evan Neal. Either he takes us over the top or we go back to the drawing board. You know what I'm saying? But light-skinned Tremaine could probably play right tackle pretty well. He did it with Oakland. It's just that you put so much into Evan Neal. He was a number 7 pick, correct?
Yeah.
You've put so much into Evan Neal, and people are not realizing what you said. NYG is why you're kind of hard on him. His 5th-year option is coming up after this year.
Yeah.
People do know that they're going to have to decide on his 5th-year option next offseason.
Mm-hmm.
And his 5th-year option is what, 20-something million more than likely?
Yeah.
So you're going to have to decide on that.
Mm-hmm.
And has his play told you that you might not even want to give him a vet minimum option the way his play is there? So, the pressure's on him this year more than it was last year. Last year, I was like, it's going to be because of him. Now, for real. Because if those other guys are blocking and they see that you're the one that's causing somebody to get clothesline, they're going to put light-skinned Jermaine at right tackle, put Runyon at right guard, and one of those, that guy from the Buccaneers will be playing left guard. Believe me that. I promise you.
Or something like that. Yeah.
And then they got the other guys to swing tackle.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd rather pay him vet minimum for swing tackle to pay you 20-some million for swing tackle.
Yep.
So
and that's why he needs to go to guard, man. That is why I want this man at guard, man. But coach, what's your thoughts?
Yeah.
I understand what Pat is saying, and it makes a lot of sense. You know what I've always said. I haven't seen enough of him. The kid has only played really 20, a little bit over 20 games. Yeah, a lot of it is injury. I get it. You know, the best ability is availability. So that's where it always starts. But in the same token, we've said, well, is it Bobby Johnson? Has he been coached up right? The kid has talent. He has talent. I mean, I see it. I mean, I'm sorry. My eyes don't lie to me. I've gone back and I've looked. Yes, there are issues with his get off. You know, Pat has talked about it. Stotts has talked about it. You know, what they're teaching. So is that the issue? Because if he hasn't been coached up and everyone wants to get rid of him or move him inside the guard, but now this coach comes in and coaches him up, and now you're seeing, you know, the talent, then it just really, like Pat says, he becomes the X factor. I still have concerns about the middle of the offensive line. Before I worry about the edges, I always worry about that middle right up in there. Because that to me is your heart and soul of your offensive line. That's your quarterback's face and passing situations. That's your short yardage situations, 3rd and 1. What have we been? Yeah. What y'all know I bitched about that.
Man,
you know, why are we why are you going spread when you had a back like Saquon, when even at 230 pounds, if the offensive line gets some kind of fucking push, his big body can at least get you short yardage situations. So that to me is, you have to solidify the interior of the offensive line. I get the edges. I get the tackles. I understand their importance, what they're supposed to do. But the fastest way to the quarterback is not off the edges, ladies and gentlemen. It's right in the quarterback's face.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think my bad. Go ahead, Coach. My bad.
No, I was just saying, you know, as far as Neal, you know, I understand the thought of moving him inside, but like I said, I see talent there. It's just his get off. I've said it before. Maybe he needs to lose a little bit more weight, you know, because now, you know, some teams are getting down to tackles, even at right tackles, at around 315, 320. He can handle that. He's athletic. He has some long arms. I just see issues with his get off and some of the teachings that, you know, Bobby Johnson was teaching. You know, so is this new O-line coach, going to help that? You know, and what in the play calling and the schemes, what are they doing? What type of an adjustments are they going to put in, you know, in reference to that, instead of, you know, quickly attacking, you know, in your pass set most of the times, you know, giving a tackle like Neal the time to get depth, to see what's going on, to pick up twisting, things of that nature. So, you know, I see a tackle, but the kid is also at Alabama. He has played inside. So if you have to move him to the inside, and J.E., I'm going to call him J.E. for Jermaine Illuminor. if you want to move him to the outside, okay, and they've done Shane has. I mean, they've loaded up on offensive line. They
Yes,
loaded up
yeah.
on
Yeah,
and
five of them.
I was what we were talking about in the draft. We need to get at least two, maybe three offensive linemen. Man, if they pick up one, all right. If they don't pick up any, I'm not gonna cry over it. How are we coaching them up to utilize their talent? This offensive line coach, he knows JE, so he knows how to use him. So that's a big benefit. And this kid wants to be here. That's the other thing. He's from the area. He went to high school in Jersey, right up the street from the state. So he wants to be here. So that's a benefit. And I think he's going to go out, and whether he's inside or on the outside, he's going to produce. I saw the little clips where he was just throwing Kayvon. I was just,
Thibodeau, yeah.
I saw that. I was like, okay, wait a minute. I missed that because I didn't see that.
That's what I'm saying, man.
But
Yeah, I didn't see that in that Raiders game either.
But that's the type of attitude, as a coach, as an offensive line coach, as an offensive coach, you're like, you're rubbing your hands. You're like, oh yes, that's the type of attitude we need. And whether you put him inside or outside, I think he'll be fine. Whatchamacallit, damn, what's the other one from the Packers we just signed? Damn, what?
Runyon.
Yeah, Runyon.
Yeah, I think his dad.
Exactly. So, I mean, it is, he's going to.
Runyon from the area too. You know that, right? He's from the Jersey area too.
Yeah, South Jersey area. His dad, I think his dad is also, is he some type of? He's in politics. I just
some type of elected official.
Yeah,
or something like that.
So he's in South Jersey, so he knows it. So and that's the thing. These guys are, first and foremost, they can handle the New York media. So anything that the fans or the media throw at them, they're just gonna brush that off.
And they can teach Evan Neal.
Won over the damn media.
Yeah. They can teach Evan Neal how to handle this media as well, because he hasn't.
And that's the other thing too, Pat. These guys can also sit and mentor him and help him. So now, just like you were talking about the media, JE can go to him, yo, bro, come on, chill. Leave the fans and don't talk about, hot dog and hamburger makers and all that stuff. Let fans. Here's how you speak to the media to speak to the fans, and you don't have to say anything, and fans will just leave you alone.
I would like to say one thing to defend my brother NYG about Evan Neal before I take a quick break. I'm thinking the way he's thinking. Can you imagine that mauler, Evan Neal, right by Andrew Thomas at left guard? Could you imagine the running game if we had a bruising running back? I don't think we have problems with 3rd and 1 anymore. I'll tell you that.
No, I agree with you. And look, I'm not saying don't move him inside. I'm totally against it. I'm just like, right now, I haven't seen enough. So what is this coach going to do? Now, I will say this. They need to cross-train him, and they need to be doing that now.
Yeah,
you cannot. I'm going to say NYG. If they just strictly leave him at tackle going into the season, then you cannot move him inside. There's no way you can do it at that point. Now, right now, they should have been doing that. At least, I've heard the reports. They've had discussions. If they have, then this coach should be talking to him about techniques, so on and so forth, so he can also work on it, because I know he's not here, so he can work at it at home or wherever he's at. So this way he's cross-trained, because the kid has done it at Alabama, so it's not like he can't do it. So, fine.
And where did he play at? It was left guard, wasn't it? He did play guard. It was left guard.
Left guard,
and right tackle also. Just one thing though, Pat, I want to say this too. If they do draft Michael Penix, then I'm probably with you guys more so on moving him inside and letting Jay play on the outside, because that now becomes the backside of the quarterback. It's because now he's being a left-handed quarterback, it's reversed. So then that left side becomes that right side becomes even more vital. So now it's like either Neil, you really need to step up your game because that quarterback needs to have, his back protected more than anything. So, especially, the injuries, the knee, whatever. Well, you have to support that. So that then it becomes a little bit different. So, but right now, I just want to see a little bit more because like I said, he's only played I think he's played a total of 22, 23
Yeah,
games.
22 games, I believe,
And
because of
it's
injuries.
yeah, and that's the thing. How can he develop if he's not on the field enough to develop? So,
Yeah.
but
And that's part his fault and part
mhm,
nobody else's fault. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
just the
But
look. Yeah. So I
if
Yeah,
mean,
you
he's
do
hurt.
draft somebody like Penix, I say move him to guard immediately. But I'm with you, coach. I have to see him at right tackle a little bit more because you only have a small sample size. Maybe he gets it together. Maybe it was the coaching. That's where like we may not see eye to eye with NYG. NYG said move his ass to guard and get it over with. But it's not like NYG said give up on the kid.
no,
And that's where
Nah,
people are
yeah.
taking it. And that's what
Nah.
I don't like. That's not what he's saying. He's saying
exactly.
his better position is on the left side, and that he might turn into an absolute monster over there with Andrew Thomas. And if he does, that helps out a whole lot too. Because now, if he does turn out to be a monster at left guard, that helps out the passing game and the running game. Because there's no way, if I could get Braylon Allen in the 3rd or 4th round, and I got Andrew Thomas and Evan Neal on that left side, we can't pick up a
And
3rd
then
and 1.
John
I'm gonna
Michael
be
Smith is
pissed.
center. What?
Yeah, I'm gonna be pissed. Man, you don't know how much cursing me and the coach did last year because we could pick up a 3rd and 1.
Oh my gosh,
3rd and inches. It's like Jesus.
y'all
don't
y'all don't understand. I played that position, and it's just like whether it's center, it's the guards, it's the tackle. 3rd and 1 as an offensive lineman, you're like,
That
yo,
should
we
be
got this.
automatic.
We got this. Let's go. It's just like, look, little defense. We're running right here through this B gap. Stop us if you can. That's my mindset.
Yeah.
When I'm a player, when I'm a coach, I don't care if you know what I'm going to do. We're just going to play an offensive line. Is, you know what? I'm imposing my will upon my opponent, and I'm moving him
Yeah.
from spot A to spot Z. Plain and simple. And he's not going to be able to stop me. I'm going to just move his fat ass out of the way. Plain and simple.
Yeah,
But I mean,
partying in our backfield.
Right,
that's the
man.
thing.
It's ridiculous. I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of it. Shout out to the chat, man.
What's up, LRP? Thanks for being in,
What's
fella.
good,
Right
man?
back,
What's good,
fellas.
everybody, man? Appreciate everybody joining in. I'm gonna get to a couple comments here in the chat. BK Goodson, what's up, man? Says, what up, crew? What do y'all think of Milton from Tennessee?
Developmental. He's
Milton.
a developmental in person. I mean, I know he has good size. He has very good size, but his accuracy. I mean, there's times where, you know what, you got a guy right open in front of you and you put the ball in the ground, man. I mean, it's, and yes, he has a cannon of an arm. He could put the ball downfield, but, and he has some maneuverability. Don't forget also, I mean, and it could be a good thing and a bad thing. How many schools has he played in? So he's bounced around a lot in college, so, to me,
that dude been in school for like 5-6 years almost.
Yeah, no, I think it's 6 years. I think
6
if I'm
years,
not
yeah.
mistaken. Yeah. So and I don't want to say that that's a
Coming
bad
into the
issue,
NFL as a veteran.
but the thing is, if you're played that long, then your skill set should be reflective of that.
Yeah, it feels like he's maxed out. What do you think, Coach?
Yeah, no, it's I don't know. Some of it I question systems that he's played
Neymar, what's good, man? What's good with you, Neymar?
Exactly, man. He's a super senior, but some of the systems he hasn't played in, to my knowledge, NFL caliber offenses. So then that goes into his development. Tennessee, it wasn't, you're sitting there, you're going to read an going left to right. You got your 5 read before you make a decision. It's here it is. You got your vertical attacks for the most part, switch routes on the outside, put the ball. You're playing lesser talent, so and he's like I said earlier, he's not overly accurate. That's the
Yeah.
biggest issue. And
Mm.
and the other one that I've heard is he has a consistent fastball. And I don't have a problem with a quarterback who has great velocity, but you also got to know when to pull the strings
I have touch, yeah.
and put some touch on it, because those receivers are going to be coming back. Damn, bro, yo, stop trying to rip my damn head off with the ball. I'm sitting right in front of you. You could damn near lob it to me, and I'll catch it. And he's like he's like a Matt 10. Just out there ripping it all over the
Yeah.
place. So
Yeah, man. Yeah, Jay says tackles doesn't go from good to terrible after 3 years. Sorry, man. I agree, man. I agree. Bronx native says it's pronounced El Luminor.
mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna still call him light skin Jermaine.
It'll take a while. It'll take a while.
Tudo says Evan Neal is a natural left guard and he can't adjust to any other positions, mate. He ain't versatile and a slow learner, and they force him to bulk up, and he can't with all his injuries. Fair point, man. I think he is. He looks like a natural guard to me, but we can agree to disagree on that one.
The versatility, he's proven he can play multiple positions at Alabama. That's why it's like I get it, I understand, because he hasn't produced at a right tackle, and don't forget he also produced at left tackle more than anything at Alabama, and he's not going to get that spot here.
Yeah,
people,
right.
People forget
that's
about
why
that.
That's why I say put him on the left guard. And if something does happen to Andrew Thomas, you can slide him over to left tackle. Because look, right now, as it stands, who's your backup left tackle? It's going to be, I guess that guy from the Lions.
Yeah,
because Illumino plays on the right only at tackle. He's played guard at left, I think, but he's only strictly a right tackle.
Yeah, I think he's only as a tackle. I think he's only a right tackle. I don't recall him playing or haven't heard. I think he has played left guard though. So I think you're right on that.
Yeah. Miz, what's good? The link is in the Big Blue Crew chat, Miz. You can more than welcome to join the show if you want to. Matt says bringing the QB needs development and subpar roster. Exactly. I'm gonna skim through some of these comments. No shame, yeah. NFL reality check says bottom O-line and no team around him made the playoffs last 10 years. It's CJ Stroud just this past year. Yeah, man. Yeah. We can't expect every quarterback to be CJ Stroud either, man. People have to realize that's the outlier, not the norm. George Pickens is a viable wide receiver one. Well, we'll see. Miz says not giving up on Neil. No, we're not. We're not gonna give up on him, man. We just want to move him in the guard so our line is more effective. Because that's another thing. How many games is he gonna get? How many games do you give him? You see what I mean? How long is it? You're gonna give him the whole season, regardless of how he plays? I mean,
it depends on if you cross train him. If you do not cross train him, then it's do you give him 8 games in the regular season? How's the season going? Because it's don't forget, it's not just focus on him. You have to see how the season is going also. And can you are you able to do certain things with him, and are you stripping back your playbook, because that's the other thing, because these plays you can't run because of him, the personnel, I mean, it's a lot, but as far as him right now, if I'm not cross training him, right now I'm saying he has a year tops. I mean, tops.
On my square says Neil's problem may be the same problem Thomas had. Thomas' problem was guards were trash, so he had to play tackle and guard. Once the guard play got better, so did Thomas. That's
in the beginning, but then again, once his game skyrocketed, it didn't matter who was at guard with him. Because other than last year, I mean, last year he got hurt, but
Yeah.
when he
Jay
was in
says you
there,
can't fix slow feet, man. Like,
yes, you can if you lighten the weight. See, and that's the thing. I'm telling you from experience. I'm telling you from a man who's been from over 400 pounds to under 300 pounds. There's a big difference when you lose the weight. Your speed does pick up. I'm not saying he's going to be running a 4.2, 4.3. Hell no. But he it does help in some of his quickness, and he's proven he does have a level of quickness. It's just that what does the weight slow him down?
baby,
Because I think he's been playing at 360. So if you get him down to like I said 320, that's 40 pounds that you knock off.
the entertainer talking drugs says I wouldn't be upset with Bowers at 6. I don't know. I wouldn't like it.
That's a little
I
rich
would
for me
I
right
wouldn't
now.
like it. Yeah, I would not like
I'd
it at
say you
all.
could probably trade back to get him if that's your target.
Yeah, I would not like it at all. We took our tight end in the first round. How I like that? It was Evan Ingram. I think it was. Where did Ingram get picked, Coach? It
Oh
wasn't that high,
no,
but
it
I know
wasn't
it was
that
up
high.
there.
No,
It was up there though. Like
I think he was in the teens, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
What's the
Um,
Hold on, let me research it. Go
yeah,
ahead,
shout
go
out to
ahead.
Jay. That's crypto on Twitter, I believe.
Okay, Evan
Bowers 6. I'm not going Bowers at 6. All right. Swap Andrew Thomas, Evan. Nah, I'm not swapping them. That's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to move Andrew Thomas from left tackle to give Evan Neal a shot at left tackle. I'm not going to do that. I see your idea, Derek. I understand the logic in it. You know what I'm saying? But nah, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. We're not going to do that. All right. Yeah, we need a good CB2. Yeah, we're gonna talk about CB2 and safety here. We're gonna get into this mock
Evan
draft.
Neal was selected in the number 23 overall at 2017.
Evan Ingram.
I mean
Yeah,
Evan Ingram. Sorry.
yeah. Eric Johnson, what's good? Would you trade down with the Vikings for their 11th and
Hell yeah.
23rd pick?
Hell
Yeah, I'd
yeah.
do it. I'd do it because and that gives you flexibility to. If you want to get a quarterback and a wide receiver, you got the flexibility to do that. Now you can take Penix and Adonai Mitchell or Leggett or Franklin or whoever. You know what I mean? You have more picks now. So, and I imagine you wouldn't get just 11 and 23. You would probably get more
You can
than
get
that.
more. You can get more. Yeah, you can definitely get a little bit more. So, the Vikings, are a team I would trade back with. The Raiders, I would trade back with them if I can get a first rounder next year. So, but that's how I look at it. Go ahead, man.
Says personally, I'm giving Neil first 1/2 regular season football to prove he can play right tackle. Fear embarrasses us again. Right guard at halftime. Yeah, well, I say do it before that because I don't want to make that adjustment, especially not in game. But I definitely
No,
don't
you
want to
don't
make
do it
that.
during the game, but you know
I
what?
don't want to make that adjustment during the season either.
But
I'd
see,
rather
that's
just
the
do it
thing.
now.
If you're saying how long do you give him, you're going to have to make the adjustment during the season. So the
Yeah.
question is, how many games? If you're talking about 3 games, that's not enough. That's why I said, you know what, half the season. If you're going to do that, the ceiling for me actually is the full year. I would do the full year, and I would have to see how it goes and make the adjustments based off of that. I'm thinking he's going to be my right tackle for the full year, and then I'll adjust off of that. But 3 games, 4 games, then you might as well just switch him down and just fuck it. Don't even play him at right tackle.
This is a good comment right here as well. Shout out to Iman Perry. Shout out to Jay Ferris, Craig, G242 Marshall, On My Square, Man Cave. Everybody that's been in the building today, thank you guys for showing
For
support for my
sure.
guy,
Mm-hmm.
NYG22 and Coach and me, man. You guys are a blessing to us, man. The reason why we keep doing these things, man, because
Absolutely.
we love give you guys content. But this question right here,
Mm-hmm.
he says, but Dabo wants to throw the ball, not run. I want to ask you guys this question.
Mm-hmm.
Will he shoot himself in the foot if he tries to open it up the pass game again this year? Instead of let's say out of 100 plays, how many plays do you guys think should be run plays out of 100 plays?
Me, do I think?
Yeah,
Or
how many?
based
How many?
or Brian Dable? Because
Based on
number
what
one,
you think, and then based on what Brian Dable thinks, Coach. Give us two answers.
ideally, if it's me and looking at the division we play in, um, and the era that we're playing in right now, I mean, if I would say 55, 60% run, then I'd be lying to you. But if I'm going to say about 40%, maybe 43% of the time you want to try, then that's trying to be balanced. You know, that's me in this era. Dable, I think he probably wants to run 35 to 40% of the time. He just wants to run to keep the defenses honest, but and have the threat of the run. So this way he can attack them on the back end with the passing game. So Dable, 35, 40%. Me in this era, 43%. If it was a picture perfect well, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm running the ball probably about 55% of the time to set up my play action. Because if you have a good run game, it opens up your pass game more than you realize. So, and play action plays a big part, because then, just like with RPOs and things of that nature, think about Eli Manning. What was one of the greatest things about him? His play action. His
Oh,
play
it's
action,
ridiculous.
you force
Yeah.
defenses to come up and play the run, which allows your receivers also to have clean areas to run behind the second level. So, but I understand that's not reality. That's why I say it's probably 43%, 45 in a best case scenario, and that's trying to keep the defense honest still. Go
What you
ahead, Pat.
think, NYG?
Um, I personally, I would run the ball around 45% of the time, and that's including quarterback runs. If you're throwing that in there, so that's I would want the offense to look like it looked in 2022, but more dynamic. You know what I mean, from a passing standpoint, like more dynamic from a passing standpoint. But I think running the ball in the division that we play in is you have to. You have to be able to run the ball in this division. The defenses are too good. And it's just a rough division. These defensive lines are rugged. You know what I mean? And they can get after your quarterback if you don't have no balance in the run game. So that's what I think. I think I'm with Coach. I don't think Dable wants to run the ball that much. I think he wants to replicate. I think him and Shane, they're trying to replicate Buffalo as much as they can. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is Dable's offense, and we talked about this last year. Your quarterback got to play some hero ball in his type of offense. You know what I'm saying? And so and we know what that looks like. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna want to throw the ball when the play breaks down. Look for your quarterback to get outside the pocket and make a play. That's Brian Dable's offense. So I don't think he's looking to run the ball. I mean, they're bringing in Runyon's more of a pass protector. Illuminor, he can get it done as a pass protector. So I'm thinking that's the route they want to go. But NYG 22, I want to run the ball. I want to run the football. That's just
All right. Well, Coach Dave wants the link. I don't know if you want to give Coach Dave the link, but he wants to come on and say something real quick. If you want him to come on and say something,
we're not going to get into a Daniel Jones debate. So I'm about to fire up this mock draft. So
Who sounds like a slave? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Join us for that. That's fine.
But me personally, I would want it to where we could do 55 run, 45 pass. But to be honest with you, it's more like somebody said in the comment. I think Dabo wants to be 70 pass, 30 run. and you have to go based on your personnel. Singletary is not a bruiser. Eric Gray, I don't believe, is a bruiser.
Mm-hmm.
No.
We don't have a bruising running back. So what's going on, C-Web?
What's up, bro?
If we get a bruising running back, I might change my mind on what Dabo wants to do, but I think you have to go based on your personnel. And this is the reason why I want a bruising running back. Because we're in a division where you get those 3rd and 2s, 3rd and 1s.
Yeah.
And it's mano out there. And for the past, coach, 6 to 7 years at least, what do you always say? We've been getting bitched.
Yeah. Yep.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to change that scenario. I want to change that, what do you call that? Whatever you call it, that moniker that we have, that when it comes to in the trenches, we get bitched. And and you got to put it that way. It sounds bad, but it is. 3rd and 1s out of 10 3rd and 1s, what we convert, maybe 2.
Yes,
and that stops drives, bro.
Because
if we could pick up those 3rd and 1s, we get a whole new set of downs. It tires out the defense. Why you think that touch push is so crucial to the Eagles?
Yeah,
that shit pisses you off because damn, we work all this hard. These motherfuckers can do a touch push on 4th and 2 and get it. Now we got to worry about these monsters for another whole set of downs, and it just keeps wearing on you and wearing on you and wearing on you. That's why they're able to bring in multiple running backs, and all of them have their career years when they go over to the Eagles. You want to know why? Because they bitch people on the line.
Thank you. It's just that simple, man. And that's it. I say bitch, they bitch you. Other people say it's bully ball, whatever you want to call it. But you know what? I said it earlier. Playing offensive line is imposing your will on the opposition. To be able to move another man from his spot, move him. That's my point. You know, you think about somebody coming up to you and just pushing you. You're gonna give some type of resistance. You're not going to allow them to move you and just push you all over the place. That's offensive line play, bro. It's just that simple, especially in the run game. Especially in the run game. You know, if you got a 380-pound mammoth in front of you, you have to be able to move him off of that spot. Because if not, if that's where you're trying to run, you have to move him. And that's a mindset. And that's what it boils down to. And I mean, it's just, I don't understand how you can't get 3rd and 1s, 4th and 1s like that, but other teams prove that they can do it
consistently.
Exactly.
Like go ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
that shit pissed me
off. You can't,
again.
like you said, 20% as an example versus you're getting 80%. That's the thing, and like Pat says, that sustained drives, that sustains success offensively, that demoralizes the other team. If you're playing in the other team fan base, that demoralizes their fans, and that takes them from yelling at you as the opposition to yelling at their own team. And guess what you do as the opposition when you're on the bench after coming off a successful drive, and you hear the fans, you turn around and you just laugh at them. Because you just made them turn on their psychological warfare. And that's the thing. Offensive line, to me, I've said it before. The offensive line dictates your team. It even helps your defense. Because defense, if defense comes off of the field after, getting the offense the ball, and now you already start to say, I hope they can at least get one first down because I'm tired. I don't want to go back out there. They go 3 and out, and I'm back out there. And I've only been out here to scratch my butt for a second. And now I'm going back out. I'm going back out there to play again. That's the thing with the offensive line, and that's why I always say the offensive. And I get it. I get the quarterback. I get all of that. I understand all that. The most important in this era. But it's the offensive line to me that is the most important position because without the offensive line, your quarterbacks can't do what they do. Your skill guys can't do what they do. Even your defense doesn't get the rest. Your special teams, your punt guys are back out there punting the ball, and they're running down the field. And next thing you know, they're so tired because now somebody gets
Good
blocked
almighty
and there's a
finesse.
crack. So the offensive line really sets up your team, and that's why. Go ahead,
Man,
Pat.
coach, you can't say it no better, man. It sets the tone
Mhm.
for the game, bro.
Yes.
If your offensive line is good and your offense could sustain drives by running the ball, getting 3rd and 3s, 3rd and 4s, that tires out the defense. And guess what? It helps your defense to be more fresh. And when they get back on the field, they can get that offense back off the field. And now you're back on the field with another tired defense. And your offensive line is opposing their will even more. That's how you get those 38-10 games, 41-3s. Because you just imposed your will on that team, and they're tired. They don't know what to do.
Exactly.
We're gonna get into this mock draft here, y'all. We're gonna and within an hour, we are an hour and a half in right now. I did promise a live mock draft, so I'm gonna drop the link in the chat if people want to come on and join the show. And we're gonna kind of do this. We're gonna go team by team, and we can kind of talk about each team needs. And I want everybody to kind of try to take their Giants bias out of this or whatever, and let's just pick
some real picks.
The real pick
I
that
know,
you would
I
think
know.
the team would pick.
Yeah,
All
you're right.
So
what are you using? What system are you using?
I'm gonna use PFN.
Okay.
Their mock draft simulator. They allow trades, so
does PFF.
PFF, yeah. I usually use PFN.
Okay.
But
I thought all of them allow trades now, so that's why
I think PFF you gotta have a subscription. I don't know. Sometimes
is more realistic too.
Which one?
Which one you saying, Pat?
I think the PFF one is more realistic. The PFN, I don't know which one. One of them is more realistic.
NYG, if you want, I have a subscription to PFF. So I mean, but PFF. if you use a PFN, that's fine too. So it's just you let me know what you want.
Okay, we'll try PFN first, and if we have enough time, we'll do the other one. If not, we'll do that on the next show. So we'll do it like that.
What's going on, Kev? Co-host Nix. Appreciate you tuning in, bro.
So, all right, let me share the screen here.
Man, if we could get those 3rd and 1s though, bro, that changes this team, man.
Yeah,
that changes this team. The offensive line changes the team because now you can run a scheme that you want to run because your quarterback has time, but people ain't trying to hear that. His quarterback is God.
All right. Can y'all see my screen?
Yeah, you gotta take that comment down though.
Oh yeah. All right. Here we go. All right, let me hide the banner. Get into mock draft simulator here. Y'all welcome to the show. Let's see. All right. So we're gonna do fast speed, and we'll just do one round and let's get it. So
well, be realistic. You gotta put Caleb Williams with the Bears. That's where he's going.
Number 1 pick, Chicago Bears. The question is, I do have with the Bears, do you consider trading out?
No, they're taking Caleb Williams. That's done. 100%. They're taking Caleb.
Done deal, huh?
Yeah, they're taking Caleb Williams 100%.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna draft Caleb Williams. Boom. All right. Number 2. The 2nd pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. The Washington Commanders select. Which
are you doing trades?
Either they do a trade. Either they do a trade, or I think they're taking Jaden Daniels.
I think it's Jaden Daniels too.
I think it's Jaden Daniels too. I'm in agreement. All right. Here's where the real fun starts. with the Patriots here at number 3 because I'm in agreement with you guys. I think Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels gonna be picked 1, 2, one way or the other. Whether it's Caleb going 2 and Jaden going 1, or like it is now, Caleb and then Jaden Daniels. That is the consensus right now. But number 3 is up in the air because I'm not sold the Patriots are going quarterback. What do y'all
Yeah,
thoughts?
me either. I think they try to trade, and
Mm-hmm.
if they're trying to trade, that means they're not high on the quarterback. So
I'm looking at a
more than
report
likely,
on Bleacher Report. It even says the Mayo says you have to really be in love with the quarterback at 3.
yeah.
Yeah.
So to be honest with you, either they trade back, or if they can't trade back, I think they go Marvin Harrison Jr.
That shakes up the whole board.
This is where the draft starts, and I think they take Marvin Harrison Jr.
Personally, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think they're gonna trade with the Vikings.
Man Cave, what's good? Welcome to the show.
What's good, fellas? What's good?
What's up,
Hold
man?
on,
Cave?
man, K. If they trade with the Vikings, then the number 3 pick will be JJ McCarthy.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Because
So
they don't like Drake May. They like JJ McCarthy, and that's a fact. They've made
And
so
that.
let's talk as if we're picking for the Patriots. Like if we're picking, like what are we trying to do here as a team?
as
Well,
a
I'm
head
trying
coach.
to
Go ahead,
go
Pat. I'm
ahead.
sorry.
No, go
No,
ahead.
go ahead. As a first time head coach, you have to really, like he just said, you have to really be in love with that quarterback. You really do, because remember, the head coach and the quarterback, especially coming in, the brand new, they really should be mirroring one another. So, and that's the question. And like you said, Pat, they don't like, indications are they don't like Drake May. So, do they accept the Vikings offer? If the Vikings are going to offer both of their first round draft picks and
Yeah.
maybe a second round or a third round, they're going to have to, and then you got the point value chart and all that. I mean, for argument's sake, I don't think they like Drake May.
No, Jay, Thunder and Jay. There is real talk that the Patriots aren't necessarily going quarterback. There's a real
Mm-hmm.
chance. I'm not being biased. There is a real shot that they do not take a quarterback. I really believe that. There are rumors that they like the wide receivers. I seen that rumor floated out there.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, there's also rumors that they're going to trade. They could trade out with the Vikings.
Pat, but go ahead.
Nah.
You were going to say something earlier. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, with this pick here, I think if they can't trade back with somebody like the Vikings, they're taking Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm just being real with you. They're taking Marvin Harrison Jr. if they can't trade back.
Mm.
And if you're doing this like no trades, let's go straight through it, they're taking Marvin Harrison Jr.
Let's go straight through it the first time because the trades really do take some thought.
Change it. Yep, they really do.
So
what's up, man? K, what's your thought?
Taj, what's going on, Taj?
What's going on? The thoughts on what you talking about the Redskins? I mean the Commanders.
No,
the Patriots.
What would be your pick here if you're New England?
If I'm New England,
let's vote on it.
I would say they'll go with Drake May because they have no quarterback on their roster.
Okay,
I could see that. I could see that. I could see if Mac Jones was still on the roster, but he's not even on the roster. Bailey Zappi, I don't think he's the answer, and that's about it. So I'll see them taking Drake May.
Why not McCarthy why not McCarthy over?
Yeah, that's another possibility too, McCarthy, or they could just trade. They could trade out and stuff like that. I could see that too. Trade out to get trading. More. But without no trade, yeah, I could see them taking Drake May.
Drake May it is. Okay, Coach, what's your vote?
Since we're not trading,
Pretend you're picking for the Patriots. Pretend you're that GM. You're the GM of the Patriots.
If he doesn't really, I would think he would probably love McCarthy more than Drake May.
Yeah. So you want to say McCarthy?
Well, I mean, Pat, what's your thoughts? He said NYG. Really, it comes down to NYG. It comes down to you because we all gave you 3 different options. Pat said Marvin Harrison. Man
But
Cave
you got
said
two
May,
quarterbacks, so
and
you
I
got two
said
quarterbacks.
I said McCarthy. So now it's
You
on you,
said
bro.
McCarthy. Pat said Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm gonna go with if I'm taking my Giants bias out of it, I'm gonna go JJ McCarthy. Because my Giants bias would tell me to give them Drake May so he doesn't get to the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
So to be honest with you, I think McCarthy's the better quarterback. So if I'm gonna pick a quarterback, I'm gonna pick JJ McCarthy.
Okay.
Well, that's two JJs. That's it.
And I think it's just the coaching, because if Belichick was there, it would be Drake May. But with Jared Mayo, he really wants Jaden Daniels, but Jaden Daniels is going to be gone. So that's my whole thing. That's what I'm thinking. Like they're gonna have to take a quarterback, or they could just trade out.
I'm just saying, like, as if I'm picking for that team now, what
Yeah.
what I think they're gonna do, I think they're gonna try to trade out.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
And so with this situation here, if you're being realistic, the Vikings ain't trading up with nobody because JJ McCarthy is the guy they want.
Yeah.
So the Cardinals at
they'll come
4.
up to.
Cardinals at 4. It's
They
gotta
would
be
have to go
Harrison.
Marvin Harrison.
They have to go
Jr.
Marvin
Gotta
Harrison
be.
Jr.
It's gotta be Marvin Harrison Jr. because at this point, I mean, if you're not trading out, then yeah, they're not taking a quarterback. So now, is there any shot they go tackle?
No.
Who is
They
their
have two
tackle?
They have two tackles out there.
They just picked one last year.
Okay. All right.
Paris,
Well,
something.
Harrison
Paris.
Jr. It is. All right. Now,
Chargers. Is either Joe Alt or Malik Neighbors.
And you think about the head coach right now.
It's Joe Alt.
Yeah, he. If you look at Harbaugh, and seriously look at him from his times at University of San Diego. Look at Stanford. Look at what he did with, and look what he did with the 49ers. He wanted his offensive line solidified so he can run. Even if he's going to pass, because he was still able to have an efficient passing attack. You got to fix that offensive line. And you has whatchamacallit over on one side, so you can have Alt on the other side, and that gives you your bookends.
Yep, I think they go Joe Alt.
Yeah. They invested heavily in that line already, though. They invested heavily.
I'm saying, I don't know, man, because you just
did they do a tackle or did they do the interior though? Because they brought Jonah Johnson in. That's a guard.
The other dude too from last year in the draft. What was his name? They drafted him, but I know they got Rashawn Slater and the kid last year. I don't know if he's from Texas A&M or somewhere. He's one of those guards that they got.
No, he was a guard. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah, so and that's what I mean by you need a tackle.
Here's their offensive line. You got Rashawn Slater, left tackle, Zion Johnson, left guard. Brendan John center, Jamari Slayer right guard, Trey Pipkins the third right tackle. They're going Joe Alt.
You just brought
Trey
in Jonah
Pipkins the third. Who the hell is that? Dang, but they ain't. Only thing they got at wide receiver is Quinn Johnson and Palmer.
But you have a deep wide receiver crew draft. You can get wide receivers later too.
That's true.
That man is going Joe Alt. That man has never been a super fan of wide receivers. If you look at what the 49ers did, they got veteran receivers and brought them in. They weren't drafting people. They brought in Crabtree and Anquan Bolden. At the time, I'm telling you, that man's going Joe Alt. And they might move Slater to right tackle, which he was playing before he had to go to left tackle.
Yeah, I think I'm going with Neighbors. I'm going with Neighbors because Justin Herbert's a quarterback. He's a throwing quarterback, and you're paying this guy $250 million.
And then I just thought about that too. He loves tight ends. Brock Bowers is in play too.
Yep, Brock Bowers. He need weapons.
All right, let's vote on it. Chat, y'all can get involved too. All right, we'll go. You said Neighbors, right, man?
I'm saying Neighbors.
All right, Coach.
I'm saying Alt.
Pat.
I'm saying Alt or Bowers. I know it's not a receiver.
So, oh man,
Thunder says.
what y'all say?
Let me see. Let's
all.
see. Alt. Charges slated to tackle.
Yeah, they have no receivers.
He says Neighbor or Bowers. I think I'm leaning that way too.
Quentin Johnson sucks.
That's what I'm saying. They don't got nobody. That dude is awful.
Yeah, but don't remember, if we're saying just like what we're saying about us, you can get Leggett. You can get receivers later in the second round. They can get a receiver, and they're picking high in the second round. So, but if you look at the tackles, do you think if you don't take all, who do you think is going to drop? Pull up a list of tackles.
But just the same thing we said about Evan Neal is the pushback, because Slater is a left tackle. Alt is a left tackle. One of them's got to play right.
Slater played right tackle. It was all pro when he first started with the Chargers, wasn't he? He was playing right tackle, wasn't he?
I thought he played left.
No, I thought he was left tackle. He was the left tackle. He was the left tackle.
He played right tackle when he came to the Chargers.
No, but Alt can also play right tackle, so it's not like he can't. So, but
I know he can't, but the
well, give him Neighbors.
Give him
Neighbors. Says Neighbors. Give him Neighbors.
Yeah, Neighbors. All right, Neighbors. It is. Chat broke the tie. See, this is kind of how the war room is gonna, you're gonna have a back and forth. That's why I wanted to do this.
He's at 10. He's at 10. There he is, right there.
All right, Giants fans. This is the board. You got May, you got Alt, you got Fashanu, Brock Bowers, Dallas Turner, Rome.
Is either May or Dunze.
Terrion Arnold.
Is either May or Dunze.
May or Dunze. We're not a fan of Brock Bowers. Dallas Turner.
If you're
they're either going quarterback or receiver right here.
Yeah.
And since Drake May dropped, I promise you,
it's going to be
Drake May.
Yep.
Alex is May. I know Alex and Miz are Drake May fans.
Just to be honest with you, if Drake May falls to 6, either the Vikings or somebody's going to trade with us. I think the Giants take him.
I think if he goes to 6, I'm gonna be honest with you, because I'm gonna be honest. I think the Giants want to draft Drake May. I think
everyone is saying May in the chat too.
I think he's high. They're high on him. If I'm picking though, I'm taking Rome Odunze.
Yeah,
me too. But they're gonna take.
I'm picking, but if you want to make this realistic, I think they take Drake May right there.
Right.
Yeah. We're being honest, and I'm going to be honest. I stay away from any quarterbacks that have been. It's not just Carolina. It's Mac Brown.
Yeah, Mac Brown kills
quarterbacks from Mac Brown's systems do not translate into the NFL. I mean, you can go all the way back to what's his name at Texas, man. Who went to the Eagles? Damn, what's his name?
Texas that went to you're talking about Vince Young?
Yeah, Vince Young. Thank you.
He got drafted by the Titans, but he went to he doesn't teach.
Oh yeah, Titans. He does the system. I mean, Sam Howell.
LRP says my stomach hurts.
Trubisky. I mean, it's like. LRP, yes. If I'm taking a quarterback, I'm with you. It's Penix. Hey, that's my number one.
That's my number one quarterback.
But everyone here is saying Drake May. So
saying Drake May. Me personally, it would be Odunze here.
It'd be Odunze, yep.
Or even Bowers. But shit.
But coach, this is just straight. This ain't no trades in here. So
no trades.
When they do that, you'll see.
So Let's vote on it, y'all. What we doing?
The chat said overwhelmingly.
Yeah, overwhelmingly.
They said Drake May.
Drake May. All right, Drake May.
All four of us gonna say Odunze.
Drake.
I say Odunze
Drake.
too.
Drake.
Yeah, I'm gonna give the chat respect though. 134 in the chat. They out vote us for on the panel.
Yeah,
so Drake May it is. All right, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Tennessee goes
Tennessee.
You think they would
It's
have
either
to
Joe Alt or Fashanu. I think they go Joe Alt.
Yeah, I think Alt. They go Alt.
What the
Ralph, I'm with who Ralph said it. Another Daniel Jones.
Yeah, that's who he is.
Yeah, but that's who they want. That's who they hyped up. You see the chat.
Y'all don't want Daniel Jones, but you
give me Drake. Give me Drake, man.
Look,
And somebody got it right. He said he was a slower Daniel Jones. Yep.
I will say this though, in all fairness, man, if he is drafted, I want to see him succeed because I'm a Giants fan.
Absolutely.
So
I mean, he's a good kid. I ain't got no problems with Drake May.
As soon as he's drafted, I will be a Drake May fan.
Yeah.
I won't like it, but I have no choice.
Tennessee. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just hope he don't turn into Heath Schuler or Rex Grossman.
Oh
my God!
Look back.
Whoa!
Damn. He was running the NFL. They sent him to politics, man. They like take your ass into politics.
Yeah, Drake May is not good under pressure, and he's gonna have all the pressure in the world playing in New York City. That's a pressure cooker, boy.
I can't wait every time you make a mistake. Drake.
Oh man.
But
Tennessee
7 is gonna be Joe Alt, bro.
Joe Alt, yeah, I think it's Joe Alt.
Tennessee Titans gotta take Joe Alt here.
But just real quick though, is it Alt or Fashanu?
I think they go Alt.
I do too. I just want to make sure
I think it's Alt. Their needs are offensive tackle. Whenever you got offensive tackle as a need.
You gotta take that tackle.
Yeah,
it's gonna be Joe Alt, bro.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you.
I final vote. Pat, Man Cave. We'll start with you. What you got? Alt.
For the Titans, yeah, I'm going Joe Alt.
All right, Coach Pat. Y'all say
Joe
Alt.
Yep.
I say Alt. What does the chat say?
They're saying Alt too.
Miz says Pensive tackle or Alt. Trash pick Hilltop my trash pick. Chris Ram says Alt. So a couple people have said
I'm telling you, it's gonna be Joe Alt, man.
they like all it is.
All right,
Atlanta.
Falcons. That's a good one.
Dallas Turner.
They can go
obvious. This is obvious. Dallas Turner.
Man, this is the Falcons. You don't think they want
this is obvious.
Yeah, Dallas Turner.
This is an obvious pick, bro.
Right.
They don't need anything on. I mean, it's crazy.
Don't draft defense. They always go offense.
Bro, what did they need on offense? Where? Turner. Tell me where. No. Oh wait, NYG. What on offense do they need?
I'm just saying, this is how the Falcons. They took Bijan.
Bro, they got Bijan Robinson.
They took Drake London the year before, and then
Drake London,
Kyle Pitts the year before that. They always draft.
They have an offensive
and
line.
They got their quarterback now.
Yeah, so
Dallas Turner. I'm telling you.
Is he Dallas Turner or
one of the other edges that's out there, Liatu? But they're going Dallas Turner. Nah. He fits the Falcons. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget you have a defense. You have a defensive coach now too.
Yeah, Dallas Turner. There's no other
Falcons. Damn.
What's his name? From Irvington, New Jersey. He was the Tampa Bay coach before.
Raheem Morris.
Raheem Morris. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it might be a defensive pick then.
It's gonna be a defensive.
It's gonna be Dallas Turner. I'm telling you.
They need some.
Do they look at cornerback though?
That's what I was going to say.
No cornerback is as high a rate as Dallas Turner on these boards.
Let me look at that.
Well, on their board, they've been talking about Terrion Arnold down here.
Yeah, see, he down there in
AJ Terrell.
But remember, you're using PFN. I think PFF, he's rated higher in PFF.
If you don't pick Dallas Turner right here,
they got AJ Terrell at corner, and then Clark Phillips the third.
Whoever that is.
They got Jesse Bates. Jesse Bates had
Dallas Turner. They need to get after the quarterback.
I'm gonna go with Dallas Turner too to prepare with what's that? Grady Jarrett. He's back.
Oh, they still got our buddy Lorenzo Carter over there, huh? Yeah, they need Dallas Turner.
Right.
Dallas Turner.
Yeah,
I seen Lorenzo Carter on the roster. Yo,
How about what's his name? Jerzon Newton.
man, if you don't pick Dallas Turner and get this over with,
or you could go Latu. I ain't gonna front.
Dallas
Latu.
Turner fits
I
the
think it's
Falcons
gonna be
better.
Dallas Turner though. It'll be Dallas Turner.
All right, chat. What y'all say, Coach? What you say? You say Turner?
Turner, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Turner too.
Turner it is. Turn, baby, turn. All right, Chicago.
This easy. Roma Dunze.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Golly.
You put a Dunze, Keenan Allen, and more.
God.
Caleb Williams, you give him everything he needs. That's where they're gonna set him up.
If he fell, if he bust out with that lineup, bruh.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You
But
ain't gonna
Roma
never
Dunze
hear.
is gonna be the pick.
They do have edge as a need, so any Latu, any smoke there.
No, you pick Odunze.
They pick a Dunze straight up.
They already got Sweat and another guy out there.
Oh yeah, they did trade for Sweat.
Mm-hmm.
No smoke on the tackle. Let's see what are they tackles looking like.
They just drafted one last year, I think.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's Roma Dunze. They got their offensive line. They picked some offensive linemen up in free agency too. They already got the quarterback. You give him his other outside weapon and let that monster Keenan Allen work in the slot. Paul, Roma Dunze.
And they got a king's ransom for Fields.
They got Sweat and then DeMarcus Walker as the other edge. They got Tremaine Edmonds, middle linebacker. I would go. I mean, they do got two damn good wide receivers, though.
Why wouldn't you do the same thing the Bengals did for Joe Burrow?
Right.
You get Roma Dunze and make sure Caleb Williams doesn't fuck it
up. He said, "Make sure." God damn. All right. I got some people saying Bowers.
They already got Cole Kmet. They're not going tight end.
Cole Kmet.
All right. So y'all are agreement. Roma Dunze.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Rome it is. JETS Jets. Here we go.
Now, if you're building for the future, you take Fashano here. But if they're trying to go all out,
you got Aaron
they
Rodgers.
Probably take Brock Bowers.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just brought him. Remember, you signed. What's his name? Is wide receiver
Tyron Smith.
They just brought in Tyron Smith.
You also have Moses. Moses. What you call it too?
Yeah.
They just
Moses.
Don't they got a tight end or two?
Not like Brock Bowers.
No, yeah.
Right.
I mean,
the Jets got who did the Jets?
Nope. They have whatchamacallit from
Rucker,
Ohio State. Yeah,
right?
They got Rucker. They got guys like that.
And then the other guy they had, this other guy they got, they signed last year or the year before last. What's dude's name?
Where's Alex at? Alex knows that team.
Conklin. There it is. Tyler Conklin. They got Tyler Conklin and Jeremy Rucker.
They don't have a Brock Bowers, and that would help. That would help Aaron Rodgers immensely. Right. You got to also think about that. This is about Aaron Rodgers.
Of course it is.
And you got you on the outside. You have Wilson.
They're trying to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, they're going to go Brock Bowers. They just did what they needed to do on the offensive line. They stabilized the offensive line.
Who's their other corner?
What's his name?
They got DJ Reed.
Yeah.
Reed.
Yeah. Then Brock Bowers. I'm telling you. This thing
the only thing you would think if you're gonna say cornered Pat is Arnold or what's his name?
I think Quinyon Mitchell
would he be better suited in the slot though? That's where I was going.
Well, Arnold could play the slot or the outside.
Who's the other? I'm talking about the one from
Who?
You got not what the
Nate
kid from
Wiggins?
Wiggins. Not because I was gonna say not what you call from Iowa.
Cooper
The
DeJean.
kid
I
on
think that
yeah.
dude's super overrated, but
Cooper
Nate
DeJean
Wiggins
and
is an outside corner
Yeah.
too.
That's the one I was gonna say. Can he go inside to start? Or do you push Reed to the inside?
Yeah,
well,
you push Reed to the inside.
they got Michael Carter on the as the nickel.
But that's just that's why right now you can go Bowers or you can go cornerback. What does it say their needs are? Offensive tackle,
Receiver, offensive tackle, safety, tight end, quarterback.
They might need a receiver though.
Man, they just signed Mike Williams. I'm telling you.
who's their third receiver?
You just got him and Garrett Wilson. And
where's Lazard? Is
Lazard?
And yeah, I mean, and you can still bring back Aaron Rodgers' little man crush. What's his name?
Yeah, he's still there.
Right. Yeah.
So it's
that
going to be
tight end-
that tight end.
Bowers, bro.
That
Because you can use Bowers as a fucking receiver if you want to.
and the other ones, you still go 2 tight end set. You do so much. You can flex out to like last year we were talking about what's his name with us
Bellinger.
Yeah, no. Old Hammy,
Waller.
Hammy too.
Waller.
Hammy too.
Yeah.
But the point is, you could flex him out to the slot to play receiver. You could still bump him in, still go big. It just does so much. So I see where Pat's going with Bowers. I was just saying, like you, a cornerback, it strengthens that defense too.
LRP says Smith need hammocks to get on the green. They'll need a tackle.
Hey, I understand, bro. I understand. But you're not going to draft a kid at 10 and sit him on the bench.
Nah.
Oh boy. I would go to be honest. Yeah, you could. Yeah. Yeah.
Or I would say this: you draft Fashanu and move Tyler Smith to guard.
That's the only thing is for Shanu or Bowers. That's the only two I think.
You got Morgan Moses as the right tackle.
Yeah.
And who they got at left tackle?
Tyron
Smith.
And then what about the dude from last year? Was that Dwayne Brown? Who the guy that got last year?
Oh, he's gone.
No, he's gone.
They got rid of Mekhi Becton too.
Yeah, I'm looking at their depth chart right now.
I think Smith
got Joe Tippmann at center, Verd Tucker. That's solid right there. Just in the guard. You got John Simpson as a left guard. They just signed, and then you got Tyron Smith and Morgan Moses as the tackles.
But you know what? Think about it. I'm going for Shanu.
For Shanu, that ain't a bad pick. What you say?
You go for Shanu. If they move Smith into guard, yeah.
I'm sticking with Bowers for me.
Say Bowers.
The reason I say because they have an injury history on the offensive line with the Jets. Vera Tucker and stuff like that, and that's the only reason I go for Shanu.
If you're moving Smith to guard, it's for Shanu all day.
What kind of money did they pay Smith?
Not too much.
It was not a bad contract. It's heavy incentive laden. So basically, he got to stay on the field. Yeah.
Because he was hurt a lot last year. He was hurt a lot last year.
He's been hurt the past 3 years.
Right.
I agree with you. It's just you signed him with the thought of playing him at tackle. So, but hey, I mean, if it's Fashanu, go ahead with Fashanu.
Yeah, they got to protect Aaron Rodgers, man, because if them guys get hurt and go down, that's it.
Has Smith ever played guard before?
Mm-hmm.
Because I only remember him a left tackle for some reason.
All right, let's vote.
Well,
I'm going Bowers.
Bowers. You say
I'm
Bowers, coach.
Yeah.
I said Bowers.
Bowers. You say Fashanu.
Yeah. So go
What's
Bowers.
the chat say?
I say Fashanu too.
What's the chat say though?
What's the chat? What the chat got?
Chat got to break the tie. What y'all got for the New York
Jets defense is good. Anybody named Cooper is going to the ball out. He's a narcissist. Yeah, I can see Brock Bowers, Aaron with the church.
Oh yeah, they do got Vera Tucker.
Yeah.
Bowers.
You got this is the link right there, LRP.
Lazard, Bowers, Chris.
Everybody's saying Bowers.
Isn't Varitek coming from
Bowers, trade down.
If they say Bowers it is.
Bears DT or just Bears, so okay.
Got a couple saying Fashanu.
Yeah.
Bowers it is. Bowers. All right, Minnesota. I know they want to trade, but not in this mock draft.
What's their what's the quarterback? What quarterbacks are there? First of all, is it Bo Nix and Michael
Penix?
So you can probably get them. Remember that they got 23. So
23, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So they don't have to take him early.
So their needs are D tackle, O guard, cornerback, wide receiver.
I think they go.
You can go Arnold. Wait a minute. Scroll down for a second. Tackle Fashano, Fuaga. Where is There he is.
I'm gonna go.
There he is. I'm gonna throw a wrench in it.
I think they go Troy Verse over Latu.
And I'm gonna say Troy Fatano.
Ooh.
Fatano can play inside and he can play tackle.
He can.
He's versatile.
Yeah, it's between him and Jared Verse. I think they go Verse before they go Liatu.
Oh, yeah, so I didn't see Verse there. Okay.
And they don't have edge as a particular need, but they do have D tackle.
I mean, Danielle Hunter's gone.
Yeah, Hunter's gone.
Damn. Well,
if
Hunter's gone, I'm going Latu.
I think they go Jared Verse over Latu. He fits them more.
Jared Verse.
Let's see what we got. 6'4", 259. What is Verse? 6'3", 254.
About the same.
Yeah, they're about the same. Both lightning quick, high octane, point burst.
Oh,
No, you good. You're fine. Go ahead. You can close it.
So, what y'all think, man? Vikings, man. They got plenty of weapons, so
division now.
Let's kind of leading defense myself.
Let's look at their division, though. Let's look at their division. You got Chicago. They're going to their offense. The Lions balance offensively. They could run. They could pass. The Packers now. I mean, they're going to be balanced with the running game as well as the pass. So,
and then I didn't know they had Andrew Booth.
Yeah, they did. They picked him, Booth from Clemson.
Who is the corners? I want to see the Byron Murphy Jr. and
Booth,
Caleb Evans, but they got Andrew Booth Jr. too. They probably gonna give him a shot.
So then it's going to probably push it.
Oh, they signed Van Ginkel and Green.
Yeah. They got Van Ginkel.
That's Russian. Yeah, Van Ginkel.
Be honest with you, that right tackle guy is looking.
They got Jonathan Greenard too.
Yeah,
and Hottie.
Talise Fuaga.
Hottie. He said Hottie.
He's either Fuaga or Fashanu. I think they go Fuaga. They love those island guys over there.
Samoans.
And he would fit them perfectly.
So they got Christian Darrisaw at left tackle, Brian O'Neill at right tackle, Ed Ingram right guard, Garrett Bradbury at center, and Blake Brandel at left guard.
I think they may go Fuaga. Or no, because they already got Jay Jettas. And I think they might go edge and go 3 edge or get Fuaga. That's who I'm thinking, Fuaga or go edge, which will be Jared Verse.
Jay Ferris, that division.
I feel like they need. How do y'all feel about Brian O'Neill? I feel like they line is. I don't know. Darrisaw's decent. The left tackle's decent, I guess.
Yeah, Darrisaw's decent, but I would go Fuaga right here.
They don't need defense. They got Jahai Ward now. Yo. They got
Oh yeah, they got an edge. That's an edge. He going.
I'm going. I would go. I would go for Fuaga.
He's a right tackle.
Yeah,
He's definitely a right tackle.
What do you what you say? Fuaga?
I mean, I'm gonna throw a wrench. I'm gonna say they go Penix. They need a quarterback because Justin Jefferson contract is holding out right now. He wants to know who's going to be the quarterback. And they don't get a quarterback.
You can get him. Remember, they have 2 first-round draft picks.
Yeah, they got 2. Yeah, well, you can get him at 23 too.
Yeah, you got him and Bo Nix. One of them is going to fall to 23. Well, wait a minute, because Denver's up.
Well, next. I don't know. You got Denver. You got the Raiders. You got the Saints in there.
Yeah, I'll go Penix.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Do you draft a quarterback?
Do you? That is the burning question. This is a lot of the question that Giants fans be talking about.
No fools want JJ McCarthy or nothing. They going for Fuaga. I promise you.
Fuaga, you voted?
Yep.
Coach, you said Fuaga or you?
Starting to think about that quarterback and what's there next, though.
I'm thinking about the quarterback too. Honestly,
I'm going Penix, but we'll see what the chat says.
I would do Bo Nix. I think Nix would probably be the one. I don't know why I'm thinking Nix.
No, I don't think Nix is going in the first round.
Right.
Take Penix then. If you think they want a quarterback that bad, take Penix.
Damn, this team is. Whew, it's
they in a tough spot. Damn. What y'all think, chat? What y'all think? They could take Penix and get somebody like a Keon Coleman or Brian Thomas 23 if he's there.
He says you might laugh, but Jay Ferris watched him trade Jefferson. With 2 2s. You might laugh, but a lot of teams don't want to drop 30. A lot of teams don't want to drop $32 million on a wide receiver per year because the market is changing now for the wide receivers.
Yeah, that's why
Jefferson getting at least 33, 34.
Yeah, but he's gonna have somebody that have to throw him the ball now. You don't know who's gonna throw him the ball.
Tough. What y'all think? You say, Coach.
You know what? I'm gonna always go back to my foundational part. It has to be the offensive line. Yep. Go for Waga. I have to go offensive line. I just have to.
I'm not going to reach for no quarterback that I didn't want in the first place. Why would I do that?
Fuaga it is because I'm going Fuaga too. Penix, that Penix thing is interesting though. It kind of made me pause a little bit, but
no, I got you.
I feel like Penix or Nix, one of them should be there. We'll see how the draft goes, man. Y'all hit that like button. Hit the like button. 122 in the chat. Let's go.
Well, my next two is Penix for both of these. So
the Denver Broncos. Yeah, I'm looking at quarterback here.
And he's definitely not picking Michael Penix. That's for sure.
Quarterback, defensive tackle, wide receiver, edge, or corner.
Yeah, Sean Payton. Whoever Sean Payton was, probably Bo Nix. No, not Bo Nix. What's the other guy?
Michael Penix?
Nah, Penix, the injury history. I don't think Sean Payton gonna pick him.
Yeah, I don't think he.
Sean Payton could probably work with somebody like Bo Nix.
But what?
I'm not taking him at 12.
I would. It's Arnold.
Rich. Yeah,
look.
That's rich. That is
trash
rich.
Bo Nix, bro.
Arnold a lot too.
Rich boy.
Would he take the offensive tackle though?
Because he was projected to be a top 5 pick. I think they would go for Shotgun right here.
Let the Broncos
look like. Next best thing to getting a quarterback is getting somebody to protect him.
Oh yeah. For Sean who's there, they'll take.
Yeah, Garrett Bowles, left tackle, and Mike McGlinchey. I think they're pretty good there. I don't know about the interior. Ben Powers, Luke Wattenberg at center, and then Quinn Meinertz.
Do you take a chance?
Oh, they signed Matt Pert, our buddy Matt Pert.
Yeah,
they're good on swing tackle.
Do they take a chance on Fatanu? Not Fashanu, Fatanu. Do they take a chance here?
Fatanu.
Or do they look at Arnold or Latu or Verse?
Man, to be honest, I don't know about their.
I think they need a quarterback. I mean,
I don't know. They might go edge. They got. I'm not too familiar with Malcolm Roach, DJ Jones, Zach Allen. That's their D line. Linebackers, they got Byron Browning and then Jonathan Cooper as the two edge linebackers, and then Alex Singleton and Cody Barton on the inside. You still got Patrick Surtain at corner, and then Lamari Mathis.
Forever long Patrick Surtain is there.
Mm-hmm.
I think they might go edge here because I can't take Bo Nix at 12.
I can't do it either, Pat.
yeah,
I would go Latu or Verse. I'm
now
gonna say
Latu fits them better.
I'm gonna say Latu. I'm with you on that. I say Latu.
Yep, I agree.
What you say, Coach? You said
Latu.
Oh, Latu. Okay.
No, I just said for Tano, do you take him as an interior? But I can understand where you're going with defensive side. So
yeah, because their defense ain't looking too hot right now. All right. Raiders. The Raiders. Antonio Pierce. Our buddy AP over there. What y'all think?
He wants to stop the Chiefs. And they got my guy over there, Minshew over there. I said
Gardner Minshew.
Gardner Minshew as a bridge. What about tackle here? What about Fashanu? They got tackle as a need. Let me look at their roster real quick.
Either Fashanu or Quinion Mitchell.
Yeah, I was looking at Terrion Arnold.
I think
they got Taylor Mumford at right tackle, and then Colton Miller at left tackle, Dylan Parham at guard, Andre Johnson, and DJ Fluke at right. Man, get that man a line, man. I'm going for Shanu, bro.
Either they just signed or the dude from Washington that could play guard.
Yeah, Fatanu. Yeah, he might be a better fit because he can go inside the guard. Because it looks like I think Colton Miller's decent, but I don't know about Mumford over there at right tackle.
Gives him versatility. So
you got DJ. He's still playing DJ Fluke. Oh God, man. Yeah, get him a guard. I'm going for Tanu.
I would go with Byron Murphy, the defensive tackle.
Byron Murphy, okay.
They just signed the defensive tackle.
They signed Wilkins.
Oh yeah, they Christian Wilkins to that big.
Yeah, you just gave that man over $100 million. Turn right back around the first round and draft somebody else, right? Come on, man.
Yeah, you better stop the run.
Right. Get Fatano in there, somebody and block.
Yeah.
Chris Jones still around.
I forgot that one.
Yeah, Chris Jones still around.
Who's the other edge opposite Crosby?
Malcolm Kuntz.
Oh, you know what? Jared Verse would be nice here too.
Because remember,
because they want to. I'm telling, they want to get after Patrick Mahomes. Bro.
Yeah,
he already said it. Yeah, Jared Verse would be nice here for them too.
Yeah.
Oh, they got our buddy Ellerson Smith. You know he was over there.
What is he on the injury reserve list over there?
Right.
Oh
yeah, give him Jared Verse, man.
Yeah, I can't be mad at that.
Yeah, that's good. I'll go with Verse too.
You said Verse.
Amazing. All these Groundhog Giants players are all over the place. All right, LRP, I feel you.
Yeah. What you say?
I'll say Verse.
You say Verse. Pat say Verse. What you say, Coach? Verse.
Because you got to get after Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
You signed Will Pierce. You got Crosby. Yup.
Fearless defense, man. That's what I like. I like that strategy. Everybody building up the offenses. Build the defense up, AP. Build that defense up. All right, Saints.
Now this is where I think Fatano goes for sure.
They need to tackle.
Yeah.
Fashanu.
They need tackle and guard. He can play either one.
Yeah, they need both. Yeah. A Fatanu or Fashanu? Let's be
Fatanu, not Fashanu. Fatanu.
Okay. Fatanu.
That's what the Saints love to draft.
Yeah.
I think that Fashanu dude is fool's gold, to be honest with you, but Fatanu. I think he's Evan Neal all over again.
Yeah, he looks like the part, man. He looks that part. That's why I'm scared
like
of
he
him.
got the same exact issues, bro.
Yeah, I'll be terrified to draft that dude, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Can't win with him. Can't coach him.
Can't do it.
But Fatanu's the pick here for sure.
Fatanu, what you say?
I agree.
Man cave.
Fatanu.
Coach.
Husky Nation, baby.
Coach.
You said Husky Nation?
Husky Nation.
Husky Nation. Oh, that's that Fatanu? Okay.
I knew.
All right.
Troy, okay.
All right. Colts.
The Colts. What are their needs? The Colts.
I can see them going DB here. Who they DBs?
Terrion Arnold and Mitchell.
I'm talking about who the Colts DBs. They're going DB right here. Colts and if DB. So, they're going Quinyon Mitchell.
Ain't no DBs come off the board yet.
Right.
Ain't showing no love for. Yeah, they got Dallas Flowers. He spells his name different though. Dalis.
Yeah, I'm going Terrion Arnold.
They got Kenny Moore, Nick Cross, the safety, and Juju Brents.
Man, if you don't get Quinn Mitchell out there or Terry Arnold, stop playing around.
Yeah, that's what I'm going Terrion Arnold.
Those freaking, I can hold off on the receiver because I still got Pittman and Josh Downs.
Yeah, the offensive line looks still pretty good.
Yep.
Corner, I would go Mitchell.
Might even just said it. They just released Cam Sutton.
Who, the Lions? Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
He had a domestic violence thing or something.
Oh, damn. Yep. Giants ain't going that route. I know that. I would know them issues. All right. Let's vote. What we got? Mitchell? Pat says Mitchell.
Mitchell.
I said Mitchell. Arnold.
You say Arnold. You say Mitchell. I say Mitchell. Seattle. Guard.
They need a
center,
guard.
Linebacker, D tackle, cornerback. Damn, sucks for them.
Honestly, I think
who's left for them?
Ours.
Yeah.
Ours John. Yeah, because he plays center and guard. Yeah. So hey, pick a spot.
They offensive line fixed.
Yeah.
I think they will go Jackson Powers Johnson. Either that or a defensive tackle. And I don't think a defensive tackle goes more than Powers Johnson, to be honest with you.
Well, you just signed Leonard. You signed Leonard Williams.
Yeah, Leonard. I got a buddy over there. All right.
Who's still left on there?
All right. I'm gonna say I'm with you. I'm gonna say Powers Johnson here. What's your thoughts, man, Cave?
Yeah, I'll go Powers Johnson.
Powers Johnson it is.
Boom.
Jaguars. Quarterback. Now let me stop.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Jaguars.
This is where they would take Fashanu.
Right, that's what if Fashanu still there. Like he dropped. Like they gotta swallow him up. They gonna swallow him up, man.
What's their offensive line look like though? That's
Let me
right.
look.
I remember they lost offensive linemen.
Yeah.
I think they lost a tackle too, didn't they?
Yeah.
Well, they
Yeah.
got Cam Robinson,
They resigned him. Yeah.
Urza Cleveland, Mitch Morse, Brandon Sheriff, and Aiton Harrison.
Fashanu.
Yeah, give him a Fashanu.
They just signed Gabe Davis on offense.
Mm-hmm.
We know what they got on defense. They got Josh Allen and Trayvon Walker, Devin Lloyd, Eric Armstead. They got Eric Armstead.
If you don't give them Fashanu and get this part back over with.
Shit.
Marquette.
Fashanu it is. All right.
Ooh, this is a good game.
Cincinnati.
Bengals.
Damn.
Defensive tackle.
Be honest with you, I think they either go Murphy. Yeah.
Murphy or
Johnny Newton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got it. They're gonna have to beef up their line one way or the other. This got to be a D tackle, or O tackle, in my opinion.
What's his name? Story 4x4. Yeah, each one of them are different. I mean, trust me, we talked about that.
Yeah, different. We'll we'll try the other one next time we do this. But
240.
I'll give him Johnny Newton.
Johnny Newton. What would you do, Coach?
Newton and Murphy are just like, as far as BTs, it's just like you can win. You can't go wrong with either of them. To me, it's just
what's the deal with? I feel like they just lost the tackle, didn't they? Or did they bring him back?
No, they brought a tackle in.
You told they lost Jonah Williams, whatever.
Jonah Williams,
did they bring him? They brought a tackle in. They brought the dude from the Patriots.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Trent Brown. Okay.
Come on, man.
All right. You got Orlando Brown Jr. on. Okay. Still got BJ Hill. Got Sheldon Rankins and BJ Hill in the inside. Sam Hubbard and
but they were on their backside too, so they're going to be going within another year or so. One of them at least.
I would go corner.
Okay, then take Terry Arnold then.
Cam Taylor Britt and DJ Turner II.
And your division.
DJ Turner from Michigan was nice.
Look at their division. Okay, so let's talk about the division. You got quarterbacks with all really now at least respectable with all four teams. So the three teams. Well, the Browns are they're up for division. I'm sorry,
Deshaun Watson. I don't know what the hell.
Yeah, no. So I'm looking. I mean, you got Lamar and depending on what happens with Pittsburgh, you at least have two quarterbacks different. So I mean, and then look at the receivers. They do both Baltimore and Cincy has receivers. Yeah. Even Cleveland, they have receivers. So
you got Amari Cooper over there in Juku.
Yeah. So
go Terry Arnold if you don't want to go defensive tackle.
You got Arnold and who's the other one from Clemson?
Wiggins.
Yeah, Wiggins.
Nate Wiggins.
Who fits their system better now?
Arnold.
So let's go Arnold.
5'11", 189.
Sorry, burst.
Yeah, we on number 17. Because doggone, every time you tell this man to pick somebody, he go 30, 45 more seconds.
What, man? I'm giving people a chance to talk about it. Like
you man said I came back, y'all only on number 17. Bro, I'm telling you, the when you pick for everybody, it's not.
It's not
easy.
like I'm trying to.
But this pick is take Nate Wiggins.
Oh, look, he said why? He said reason why it should be a speed round because there's no trades. It's just straight. What you going to
It's just
draft?
trades
Imagine
gonna
if
take
you had
longer.
trades.
Right, it's gonna
Yeah.
take longer.
Trades will take longer, but there ain't no trades in this
This
one.
pick right here at 19 is easy. You take Nate Wiggins.
Okay.
The Rams.
I don't know. You just lost Aaron Donald, so you
Who
might
you
want to
gonna
go
pick?
DT.
Who you gonna pick to replace Aaron Donald?
It's
I don't
a
know.
joke.
You
It's
gonna
a
pick
joke.
Murphy.
It's a joke. It's a joke, man.
I
I'm
know.
like,
Aaron
They do
Donald,
need
hang it up.
edge and D tackle though. They don't want to go for the line here.
Cornerback is first
Cornerback.
need, and they do need a cornerback. They lost a very good cornerback and another one. Nate Wiggins replaces that.
So Nate Wiggins, if that's what they definitely need, Nate Wiggins.
What's your thoughts, Coach?
I'm DB. I've been said that. Yeah.
DB here.
Mm-hmm.
All
I was joking about the defensive line. So.
All right, Pittsburgh.
Man, what they need, because they did a lot in free agency.
I think they need a tackle though.
Yeah.
Tackle, center.
Amarius Mims or J.C. Latham.
I don't trust J.C. Latham, but nothing.
Trust
Or
no.
Mims.
What tackle? Do they need a left or a right tackle?
So Marius Mims, Georgia. Go with Georgia.
Man, that dude get hurt too much for me.
Wait a minute. Do they need a right or a left tackle? That's the first question I'm asking.
Well, they picked one last year. What's his name? Broderick Johnson. They picked a tackle last year. Right?
They got Dan Moore Jr. at left tackle, and then they got Broderick Jones at right tackle.
Broderick Jones is nice.
Yeah, picked him
left tackle. If you gotta go left tackle, it's gonna be Amarius Mims.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, their defense is pretty straight. I would go tackle here. Amarius Mims it is. What you guys say?
I'll say Amarius Mims.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Dolphins.
They need a guard.
They need a wide receiver.
Right. That dude from Duke, where is he at? That guard.
He took about Barton. He took Barton.
Graham Barton.
Yeah, Barton.
Yep.
Graham Barton. Yep, Graham Barton. He's gonna be a first rounder.
My pick.
Yep.
Graham Barton.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts, Coach?
They say yeah. They got him as a first rounder now.
They got him as a guard. He was listed as a tackle.
He's a swing. He's a swing lineman. So basically, he played tackle at Duke, but they project him to go inside. So I mean, hey, I'm not really familiar with the Dolphins, so I'm digressing to what you guys say. So offensive lineman, go with the interior then.
Could go D tackle here. You just lost
Will Wilkins. He lost Wilkins. Yeah. So you go Byron Murphy.
They're predicated on offense first before anything else.
Right.
Yeah,
and I don't think any one of these defensive tackles is something to be like, oh my God, about. But I'm definitely going guard right here. The dude from Duke.
Graham Barton.
Right. Graham Barton, you say what you say, Coach?
Go Barton.
Go Barton. All right.
Bypass the next team. Just bypass
the Sheagles, the shitgles. What do they need?
No.
What they're gonna do?
Hey, bypass them. Just bypass
them.
Take
somebody in on the fucking line like they always do every goddamn year.
No, they got enough people. They just signed Huff and everybody. They're good on D line.
Oh, they need a corner. Yeah, that's right.
They need a coach.
Wait a minute. Squad down. They said Cooper DeJean as a safety.
They got him as a safety.
They moving that boy around anywhere they get him.
Man, I don't know, man. I don't see the hype on him either. But maybe he's just a Swiss Army knife. But they may go Kool-Aid right here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Kool-Aid, McKinstry. Oh, where he from? He's from Bama because they like the Georgia boys.
Close enough.
Right.
No, they need cornerbacks. Yeah,
I'm going Kool-Aid.
They got goddamn Bradbury still out there on the island.
Because there's one thing they always take a defensive player or offensive lineman. Those are the Eagles. That's like
and this most of the time I would agree with you, man, K. But I know their cornerback room is terrible right now.
They just signed C.J. Gardner. What they got? C.J. Gardner back. They signed him back.
Yeah, old Scrubs, him and Slay and all these.
They taking Kool-Aid, man.
Kool-Aid it is.
They're gonna drink the Kool-Aid. Drink the Kool-Aid.
Vikings. Okay, Vikings. Vikings fans.
Back up again.
Quarterbacks dropped too. The quarterbacks dropped.
The quarterbacks drop.
I
What do you
think they
know?
draft Bo Nix before they draft Penix.
Yeah, that's what I said earlier.
Why is that? Why do y'all guys feel like that Penix is just people just
I think Penix is the number one quarterback. So it's
I
not
mean,
that.
I agree. I
I
don't
think they
give
did.
I
They
don't
only
give
drafted
no
him because of his
pushback on
To
injury.
be
that.
honest with you, people are going to shy away because of the injury history.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it is the injury history in the first
It's
round.
not
To invest in it.
production. Look, I've watched this kid from the time when he got when he was
I
at
watched him
Indiana.
at Indiana. Yeah.
He was coming out of high school. He was actually a dual threat quarterback. That's what most people don't realize. He was a dual threat. I get the injuries, but the kid, he's elusive. He can play. He's played against top talent. We've seen the mechanics. We've seen the passing. I mean, some people question his form. Kind of looks like a little shot put, but Phillips Rivers was like that. So
Said need a bargain for the 49ers. Yeah.
right here, it makes. Do they grab a quarterback at 23? You can let him sit for at least a year. So
Who that man?
Coach Dave, welcome to the show.
What's going on, fellas?
Coach?
what's up,
What's
Coach?
good?
What's going on, man? How y'all feeling, man? Happy Sunday.
Good,
man?
bro. Happy to you, bro.
I'm trying to make it through this damn draft.
I'm gonna keep it.
I want to rush through the draft, man. I'm trying to get
Hey, Pat, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet because I gotta run to this Easter egg hunt. But what I'm gonna say is this:
Oh Lord,
these motherfuckers better not use this number 6 pick on motherfucking JJ McCarthy, and they better not motherfucking trade up for it. We need a quarterback. We need a quarterback desperately, but more importantly, we need.
Let me ask you this:
Isn't that your wish?
what about JJ McCarthy? Just makes you be like, "Oh my God, he's terrible."
He's not terrible, but he's not special. And I feel like with the number 6
Why is
pick,
he not special?
let me answer. First of all, he's my 5th quarterback at best. So you got 4 other quarterbacks better than him. That's first and foremost. Second of all, we haven't seen enough. We got dudes in a draft like this where we have dudes where we seen it. Like being in this, we got to get out of this stupid idiocracy of, oh, we think it's going to be this, maybe it's going to be that, project this. We don't got to do that with this draft because there's enough dudes with the evidence of us seeing them do it. We seen Penix do it. We know what he can do. We know the body of work. We don't know what JJ could do.
How you not know what he can do?
What I know he could do ain't good enough for us. I don't see him projecting. It ain't good enough for the New York Football Giants, brother. We need something special. So at the end of the day, hear me out. Hold on, let me land my plane. You know me. I've been banging for a new quarterback the whole time. Mm-hmm. The best thing for us to do at that 6th spot is trade back, get more value. If you're not gonna do that, or if we don't have a dance partner, you go get you some elite talent, and then we'll figure it out. But
so you don't want to choose Roma Dunze? You want to take Roma Dunze?
So I want to ask this. I want to ask this question. I want to ask this question before I get out of here. Why do we need such a special quarterback on this team?
What do you mean? Why we? Because listen, here's the
thing. I mean, listen. Everybody wants this quarterback that can turn water into wine.
So let me ask you a question.
Hold on. Why do you think you need this superhuman quarterback on this team when you look at this team?
Let me ask you a question. Do you feel like JJ McCarthy is better than Penix?
No, I've always said Penix was the best quarterback in the draft.
So why are you giving me any pushback on this if we agree?
Because people just say things that the media say. So I want to get people's opinion. Why do you think he sucks so bad?
I don't say things the media says. At the end of the day, I feel like for them, he's an easy sell to them because the Daniel Jones fan club, oddly enough, is okay with JJ McCarthy, which is funny to me after watching them rag on everybody.
So there's only people that like Daniel Jones that like JJ McCarthy.
No, they are not the only people. I'm just highlighting the fact that they're okay with it. They are not the only people. Every year around this time, we see somebody get pushed to the top. who rises, makes this meteoric rise to the top and shoots up in the draft. How many times have those dudes actually panned out?
These are the dudes that you want.
Jaden
Daniels. Jaden Daniels were considered shit before this.
We seen the body of work. JJ Tate.
His body of work at Arizona State is his body of work at Arizona State was lackluster.
No,
until he got to LSU.
Not as a freshman with 17 touchdowns.
Until he got to LSU with Malik Neighbors, Brian Thomas, Nix, all those other people, he went off. That's cool. I think he's a good quarterback too. But don't just say, "Oh, it's a meteoric rise." It's a rise with Drake May. What the fuck is Drake May done?
I don't like Drake May. Listen, I like Caleb Penix and Jaden.
What has Caleb Williams done besides win a Heisman Award, an individual award, as his team? As his team's balled out.
Us going back and forth about him is pointless. He's the best 1 or 2 talent in the draft at the position. So we ain't even got to linger on him.
Let me ask you things about these quarterbacks. These quarterbacks that you like, they played at great schools, so you haven't really seen how they play at a bad school or play. See, that's what people don't see. These guys been playing on good teams.
Have we seen JJ play at a bad school?
No, that's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. People, JJ been playing on a good team, and that's what I'm saying. Everybody like these quarterbacks, but they played on good teams. They played on good teams. That's what I'm saying. All of them, they played on good teams. They ain't played on bad, terrible teams, so we don't know what they really are.
So y'all okay with JJ?
I'm not. We're not saying that.
You see how people try to flip it on.
No, I asked the question. I didn't flip anything.
I'm saying Jaden played at a great school too.
I'm gonna answer for you, Coach Dave. It's simple, man. The Giants at 6, and I agree with you. They need to take an impact player. What my take on the quarterback situation is, with this fan base, as impatient as this fan base is, they're not gonna let Drake May or JJ McCarthy sit like they need. Both of them quarterbacks need to sit.
I feel like with JJ, he will be allowed a level of grace that May and probably and definitely Penix is not going to receive.
I don't know. Well, this JJ is the closest you could get. If they draft any of the other quarterbacks, no. But I do agree with Coach on that. I think JJ would have a chance to sit. They will
give him the utmost grace. Penix, that black ass is gonna be out there in about week. His ass is gonna
Just because fans like you are gonna want him to be out there. As soon as Daniel Jones go out there throw one incomplete pass, guess what you're gonna be saying? You gonna want him out there. What's going on, Miz?
I wouldn't fight for him to be out there, but I feel like out of all the quarterbacks, he's the most ready to play today in NFL. But I wouldn't.
That is true.
To the fire, I wouldn't be like.
He is the most ready to play. Yeah,
and that's the reason why I said what I said, because Giants fans are going to push the quarterback in there immediately, damn near, and some of these guys ain't ready to play. Penix will probably have the best shot to come in and start right away.
Penix is ready.
That's it.
No, he's not.
Miz, go ahead, Miz, because Miz got something to say.
Not ready. Don't fool yourself, brothers.
Why?
Step into the New York.
Why? Why is he not ready?
He's not ready. None of these guys are probably ready to go day one, Coach. If his team is
not. Explain to me what you're just saying. He's not. Why is he not ready?
Why? Because it's not a complete football team. You'll be set up to fail. That's why.
Yeah, they all are.
So you're not saying as a player he's not ready. You're just saying as a team we're not ready to throw a guy in there.
If you drafted Penix, I would love to have him, but I would not throw him in there day one, and that's why you brought in Locke. If Jones is not ready, Locke plays. That's it.
You said until you build the team up.
Okay. See, Miz, when you say it like that, I agree with you. What I'm talking about is in terms of the ability to go out there and play the game. Yes, you're right. He needs some weapons around him. But of all the quarterbacks, I trust Penix more to go out there and think the position and execute in playing the position over all of them. That's Caleb Williams. That's Daniels. That's May. That's Bonnet. That's all of them. He mentally, I think, has the ability to go out there on just about almost any team in the league
long as
And
you protect them.
exactly. That's the only argument that that you'll get from me. If you put a lot of pressure around him and you're hitting him, then he's not going to be able to produce. Yes, but
Well,
otherwise,
I agree with you with that. I agree with you. If you're telling me that he's more a man and ready, the most mature guy out of the whole group, I agree 100%.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's saying, man.
that's what I'm referring to. But yeah,
Mhm.
as far as the other stuff, the full team around, that's any quarterback. I've always said that. We were talking about it earlier. Foundational points, starting with the offensive line. You got to have the offensive line. If you don't have an offensive line to at least give the quarterback the ability to go out there and throw the ball to receivers and receivers to catch the ball, yeah, you're right. But you need foundational pieces around the quarterback, like a Chicago, like they've been doing for whoever comes in there. He has the offensive line, receivers, running back, tight ends, so he's in a good situation. So yes, you're right in that
So
regard.
some people don't agree with Penix being
Okay.
ready.
Can I just say this, NYG?
Go ahead.
A fan base wants something that might not be possible. They want a young star quarterback with the same exact pick that they want Neighbors, a star wide receiver. You might not be able to have both.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you
No,
ain't
you're
getting
not.
both.
You're not going to be able to get both.
Right.
The best
And
thing
that's-
for
that's
us,
a
the best
problem.
thing we could
So,
wish for is
one
getting
hand-
Neighbors.
Hold on. Let him finish, Coach.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Coach Dave.
No, I'm just saying. I know it's all right. I'm just saying. So one half of the fan base is going to be pissed no matter what.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Absolutely.
That's why I say step back, and that's why Joe Shane and Dable are the guys that are making the pick. Let's see what they do and get behind them. You know what I mean? I don't understand.
I'm with you there, bro. Doesn't matter who they bring in, even if it's someone I might not have agreed with initially. Once you're here, I root for the New York Football Giants. Period. It's not just individual players. I want the players to perform and succeed, but I want the Giants to win. LRP says he missed the link. NYG.
Yeah, I threw it back in the chat. You got it right there. LRP.
Coach, one question, and this is
Which coach? Which coach? Which coach?
Coach Ed, but he both coach. I'm not. But what I'm saying is, can the Giants get can the Giants get a big time weapon at 6, which they can, right? Let's just say Neighbors for argument's sake, and still go get a Penix late in the first round or something.
Sure, we'll have to give up some major draft capital, but we have to give
you can do it. Yeah,
probably a later pick this year, and probably a high second or first next year too. Do it. But go ahead, Coach.
No, I agree. Can they do it? Yes, they can do it. Just like Pat said, you're going to have to give up stuff to move back up into the first round to get him. So yes, you can do that. Go ahead, Coach.
This whole getting back in the late first round for Penix is a pipe dream. He's not making it past Oakland.
I don't know. That's why we're doing this mock draft. So let us get back to our mock draft, and let's just hold off on the quarterback conversation for just a few more, just a little bit longer, and we'll get back into it.
Yeah,
but let's just get back to the mock draft. We're almost done. We're at pick 23.
We were
talking about Penix. Are we going to go quarterback here, or do you prefer Bo Nix?
Bless you. I just think they would go Bo Nix, man.
Bo Nix.
Yeah, I can see Bo Nix. I can see them falling in love with Bo Nix.
Man, no, thank you, or whatever.
Well, this is Minnesota. Remember, we're
picking for the
Minnesota.
Vikings. So
this is not
if
Giants.
you were the Vikings, what would you take care? It don't have to be a quarterback. It could be anything.
What pick are they?
23. The first pick, who do we take first
at 11?
11, Fuaga. So they took a tackle. So this is the needs. They got quarterback, D tackle, offensive guard, corner, and wide receiver. We already got them aligned.
If they feel they could fall to the second round, they probably go D tackle here.
There you go. What do I say? What foundational points? The trenches.
Yeah. Because if you don't have the quarterback that you want, and I know they want JJ McCarthy, why just pick a quarterback because he's there? That's stupid to me. Fix your team.
Hey, what? What? Don't pick a quarterback just to pick one. Are you crazy?
That's stupid to me. If I don't have the guy that I want right there, I continue to build my team.
Great, but we all agree Minnesota's probably the number one team that's going to try to come up.
Oh, they're going to come
up. They're going to trade up, but this particular situation we didn't do trades. So let's vote on it. Pat, who you say?
I think they go Murphy. Byron Murphy. Second.
That's what I said. Byron.
All right, 2 votes for Murphy. Coach
Newton.
Johnny Newton. Miss.
I'm on the phone, so I can't really see these names. So I'm just gonna go with you guys.
All right.
I think they go Murphy. It's either Murphy or Newton. You take your pick.
I can't see him. Well, we'll see. We'll see how I go. I was gonna say I just
go Murphy.
All right.
Go Murphy.
Dallas.
Tyler Guyton.
God.
Pick Tyler Guyton and go about your way. That's who they like. I promise you. Tyler Guyton is better.
Right, I'll be in the chat, guys. I'll come back. I just gotta help her do something. I'm watching you guys.
Go ahead, man. Good.
Guyton.
Guyton it is.
I hate it, but yeah.
I hate it too, man. Jeez. But yeah, they lost.
I know what time it is in Dallas. They ain't going on our offensive line. Are you crazy?
Green Bay is they're in the perfect spot right now. Then.
They need a linebacker, cornerback.
Here, where I think Chop Robinson goes.
Ooh, I like it.
Chop.
I like it, man. I'm a fan of Chop Robinson in this draft. Man. Coach, what you think? They do need a corner. They got.
I can see Deshaun on that team too, but I think they go Chop Robinson to get after some people.
Well, if they got him listed as safety, and they just signed McKinney, remember? So
safety.
I don't look at for me. Deshaun is not a safety. I'm sorry.
He's a corner to me too.
He's a corner. Now, if you want to say that he's better suited in the zone versus man, okay, we can talk about that.
But he's not a safety.
He's now, yeah. I mean, he's played all over the place for Iowa. That's the one thing I will say. He definitely has. He killed my damn Scarlet Knights with 2 damn interceptions for touchdowns in one fucking game.
Oh man.
But that's another story. But yeah, I mean, Chop Robinson makes sense. I mean, Rashawn Gary's what year is he in his contract?
I think Rashawn Gary is on in the second year is a new deal.
So I thought they just re-signed him too. So that's what I was thinking.
But they lost the other guy. Didn't they lose Smith?
They got Preston Smith. No, he's still on the roster. And they got Quay Walker and McDuffie on the inside.
You could use Chop Robinson anywhere, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's why I say Chop. I told you he's a mini Michael Parsons. You can use that dude anywhere you want. You want him to blitz from the middle, blitz from the edge.
Jair Alexander, McKinney, and I would go edge here. I would go edge. Looking at their left. Who is Rasheed Walker? Oh, they lost some linemen though. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you talking about what's his name? Bakhtiari.
Bakhtiari and Runyon. I don't know. I might go.
I'm not going on JC Latham. I'm telling you, man, that dude, he gonna make somebody very mad.
Well, hey, I mean, but this is the Packers pick, so they might take him.
Yeah, it ain't my pick, exactly.
Right.
They might take that Kingsley dude before him. I'll tell you that now.
Kingsley from BYU.
Jordan Martin. I'm not taking, man. I don't know where they're getting this
Yeah,
Tennessee.
Jordan Morgan. I would go Jordan Morgan here.
Hey, but you know they like the Alabama kids. They like the Bama kids.
I would go offensive tackle. That's gonna be my pick, Jordan Morgan. I'm with you. I'm not big on Latham. I got Evan Neal PTSD.
Damn about Evan Neal.
And
looking at
Leatherwood,
him, bro.
And Leatherwood, Alex Leatherwood.
Alex Leatherwood. All right, what's the pick? Talk to me.
It's either Chop Robinson or Dejon for me.
Coach.
I think it's gonna be Chop.
You say Chop, Coach.
I'm just going with you guys on this one. I'll go with Chop.
Chop. All right, y'all got me outvoted. I'm gonna go with lineman, but y'all pick Chop.
You can get lineman later too. Still.
Yeah, they can. Tampa. Edge.
Hey.
TJ Tampa.
TJ Tampa.
I'm joking.
That would be funny as shit.
That would be hilarious.
What's his name is still on there? Donnie Mitchell, wide receiver.
They go that guy that's from Missouri. What's his name?
The corner?
No, the
edge.
Edge, that dude. That's clown Darius Robinson. Go. That's who they go with.
Darius Robinson.
So he gets into the back of the first round. What was their needs? Let me see the Tampa needs because they edge, corner, OC,
guard, wide receiver.
They just brought Evans back, Goodwin, but
who are their receivers?
Evans, Godwin, Trey Palmer, the other guy. They're good at receiver. And they got a good tight end, K. Dotton.
They lost Devin White, the linebacker.
They benched Devin White.
They
benched him. They ain't losing. They benched him. Good riddance.
God damn.
Yeah, I think they started that dude.
Yeah, they got Godwin, Palmer.
Okay, so
name Mike Evans is enough.
Yeah,
that dude's a monster.
It's the defensive side of the ball, then.
Yeah, it's got to be defense.
I'm telling you, the Darius Robinson dude will be just fine
on the edge.
You can play.
Yeah, they got Logan Hall. Yeah, they got Logan Hall, and then they got Joe Tyron Soyinka. They got Cansey and Vita Vea on the inside.
Vita Vea.
Vita Vea is almost done.
Yeah. Corner, they got McCollum, and then what the hell?
So
Jamel Dean.
You don't think they take Newton here? Johnny Newton?
All right, what y'all say?
Defensive
tackle. It's the dude from Missouri, Darius.
You see, they go with the edge rusher, Darius Robinson.
You can play defensive tackle too if you want him to.
I'll say Newton.
You say Newton? What you say, Coach?
And my boy is the head coach. And he loves defense and he loves coming with blitzes.
Todd Bowles.
Product of Eastwick, Elizabeth, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Another one killed my damn high school. Shit. He likes pressure. He likes bringing it from different angles. Go with the edge.
Robinson.
Yeah, because I can't see a line. Is there a linebacker?
Who?
That first rounder? No, there's no first round linebackers.
Hell no.
That's what I'm thinking. Pat. I'm saying to myself, are there any first round linebackers?
No.
Nah, because Adrian Cooper's a second rounder, right?
So go with Robinson.
All right, Robinson it is.
Yo, Coach, I went to Linden for a year.
Oh, okay. So
you and your Kennedy.
What we? Okay, so
this to the Cardinals.
All right, Cardinals. And what do we get? Who we pick for them? Harrison.
Yeah, I think Marvin Harrison was their first pick. I think.
Yep. Damn, that's a good first pick. D tackle
or offensive guard. Guess what? Look who. Go back down. See who they have at guard. Go look at the. Scroll down. See who they have at guard.
Available left guard that's left.
Stop.
Christian Haynes.
It's now. I haven't heard anybody say he's a first rounder, but I was surprised that he's this high.
Right, I've always heard him in the second.
Second into the third round. So it's like, well, if they have him here,
yeah.
It's that, or do you take it like you were saying, the DT?
Yeah, I'll take Johnny Newton.
I'm going DT here.
Johnny Newton.
Okay.
Johnny, come on down.
Buffalo Bills.
Brian Thomas Jr. Welcome to Buffalo Bills.
Right.
Yeah,
the rich get richer.
It's him or Coleman though, right?
Just no, him or Donnie Mitchell.
I'm going.
I think they take Brian Thomas Jr.
I think so too. I think it's Brian Thomas or Mitchell. That's
Brian.
about it.
It's Brian Thomas.
So here's just one question I'm just going to throw out there, because they have been talks that they are looking to trade Diggs.
And Gabe Davis is gone.
Brian Thomas replaces what Gabe Davis did.
Yep.
But if they trade Diggs, who replaces Diggs?
Brian Thomas.
So they get somebody else.
They need a receiver.
So that's why I'm asking the question.
Yeah.
Because Josh Allen got his hands up right now. He got his hands up right now.
I'm trying to make sure.
That's who replaces Diggs, Josh Allen.
Okay.
No, Josh Allen got his hands up.
I'm making sure it's not Coleman or Mitchell. That's why I'm asking these questions.
No.
I'm just make sure.
No, I think they take Brian Thomas Jr.
I'm with Pat on this one.
They ride it out until Diggs punches Allen.
Jay Farris, Thomas, I think is definitely dropping this far, maybe a little bit later.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Versus, I thought it was Coleman. Coleman's just like second round now.
Yeah, he's still on the board.
All right. Lions.
Now, this is where I think they get that guy Cooper DeJean.
Makes sense.
Because he fits what they love to do.
With his own concepts. Yeah, he does.
Cooper DeJean fits them perfectly.
Yep.
Cooper it is.
Cooper DeJean.
All right. Baltimore.
AD Mitchell. They have to get a receiver.
Yeah, they have to get a receiver because.
What about Worthy?
Hell no. That's what's getting them killed.
I guess what?
Taking them stupid fast, dude.
Yeah. He's not for them. He's not for that team. Just leave it like that. He's not for that team.
Okay.
But AD Mitchell, it makes sense for Baltimore.
Nah, I like Mitchell. I want to give a little pushback. I don't want it to be like consensus,
Yeah.
We got to make it a little.
Ravens need to get a quarterback. Eli is stupid, man. They need a quarterback. All right.
All right. AD Mitchell. All right. 49ers.
Shit. They need a quarterback.
This is where I think go down.
Latham going. Latham is going.
Latham going. No way. I think they take Suamatia.
The offensive tackle.
Sumatala. I thought it was Tala.
Whatever his name is. Suama.
Just say Kingsley. Kingsley from BYU.
Yeah. Kingsley from BYU. That's what
you're gonna go out there teaching them boys the haka.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the offensive line is kind of where it's at right now as far as the talent. What about a guy like TJ Tampa?
Man, if you
second round.
All right. Sumata, everybody agree?
Yeah, Kingsley. Go Kingsley.
Kingsley.
The offensive lineman
about him.
Because if what's name would have slipped, if what's name would have slipped, he would have been there. Barton. They definitely like Barton.
This is where, for me, Xavier Worthy goes.
Yep.
This is exactly where he goes.
They're gonna pair him with Rasheed Rice. And
What about Brown?
And let them dudes
Xavier
run.
Worthy. I'm
It's
going Worthy.
Xavier Worthy, man. There's no. I love Lad McConkey. You know I love Lad McConkey.
No,
but no, it's.
I know it's going to be a wide receiver. I agree with that.
I don't think anybody wants Isaiah Simmons Thunder.
Hey, Thunder, no, they ain't signed Simmons yet because of the new defensive coordinator. They don't know if he fit in the system with Shane Bowen's system, so they don't know that yet. That's probably why they ain't signed him.
All
I know
right.
there's Troy Franklin. I know that.
Troy Franklin.
I think Worthy fits that speed. It opens up the second level, and you got what you call it on his last leg. So you got to give him as much help in it from the tight end spot to stress the back end of the defense. That opens it up for Rice too, and it helps the run game. So
But Mahomes might not have that time to throw the ball if Jahad Ward's coming off the corner.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's Worthy.
Not as bad as Boogie Basham.
Yeah, but
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. That's the closest to the cheetah he's gonna get.
There it is. Let's see the results, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
so
Drake May. Wow.
Drake May to the
I never thought I'd be in any type of draft simulator and say, okay, we're gonna take Drake May.
We took Drake May. Fire Joe Shane's ass.
But a lot of Giants fans on Twitter, would be elated if Drake May fell.
I know this guy's a Drake May fan.
That's 100. I do have a bone to pick with you guys though. How you guys gonna leave Denver with just Stidham on roster?
That's what I said. They needed a quarterback.
They go take Bo Nix because you know why? This is just my prediction. What's up, guys? Thank you guys so much for having on. And Coach Ed knows how my prediction goes. I got all messed up and it was saying Josh Allen for Super Bowl. That didn't work out. But that being said, I do say this. I will say this. Bo Nix, I do believe. Obviously, I'm not a fly on the wall, but I do believe that Sean Payton kind of sees some kind of Drew Brees in here, and I think if in him, and I think if any team was to reach for Bo Nix, it would be Sean Payton, and it wouldn't be considered a reach because it's Sean Payton. So your guys' draft actually ended up like my draft for the top 6. I actually had the Vikings trading up to get JJ with the Patriots, but I know you guys didn't do trades. But I do think if there's a team to reach on Knicks and the NFL community being like, okay, that makes sense, it would be the Broncos at 12. And I think homie above me said it too. I think Penix goes to Oakland. I don't think Penix leaves the first. But if he does leave the first, I mean, like that would be a shock to me because I do feel like with all these top 6 quarterbacks, a lot of these teams they rank them in different areas, and I think a lot of teams are higher on Penix than they are on people like Drake May. So if Penix was to fall, I would see him getting picked, if not by Oakland, somewhere in the 20s. I don't think these top 6 quarterbacks honestly make it out of the first, but that's why it's fun and that's why I love watching these videos because of the facts that you never know. You never know how these drafts are going to go.
I will say you will be surprised because if the Raiders don't take Penix, guess where he's going? Pretty much to the second round. So you got just like Bo Nix. If Bo Nix don't get picked up by the Broncos, guess where he's going?
Yeah,
second round and deep into the second round. Too.
I can agree with your point though, Zion. I could see Sean Payton liking a guy like Bo Nix and thinking that he could mold him kind of like he did with Breeze back in the day. I could see that scenario, but that's rich.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if a team can do it, it would be Sean. Not to interrupt you. My bad.
Yeah, no, you good. That's
real.
Right, though.
I don't want no part of JC Latham. Man, I'm telling you, bro.
But you know what? But you know what? That's what helps the draft though. When teams pick them early and then you push somebody else back.
That's something the Raiders would do. JC Latham. Hopefully they do. But that's a Raiders pick all day, every day. JC Latham. But if they do take Michael Penix, that would be dope for him. You got Adams over there already.
Yeah.
So
they will.
yeah.
You don't think the Seahawks take him too to sit behind Smith just in case?
Man, you don't know what the Seahawks doing over there.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
the team
they
I
have a
was
new
talking
coach.
about.
They have a new
That's a
coach.
sneaky team, do though. The Seahawks.
Right.
They can't ride Geno forever.
Right.
I guarantee you this: if they start off bad, Geno gonna get benched. I'll tell you that.
Well, they ain't
Get his
got Drew
ass
Lock
right
no
out of
more,
there.
man.
They're gonna get his ass right out of there in Seattle. But man, good chilling with you fellas doing that mock draft. Try to make it as real as possible for you guys.
Yeah, man. Good stuff though, man. Good picks, man. We'll try to do this maybe next time with a different simulator, a different draft simulator.
Dude, it's been
But
3 hours. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Messing around with you taking 5 hours to do one damn mock draft.
Oh, yeah,
I
forgot
just look at this guy. I just told you.
I forgot the Seahawks got Sam Howell back.
You done missed every time clock on our picks.
Your pick has been your whole first round has been
the whole first round I went ahead of you. But man, I gotta go do something real quick, man. Appreciate you guys, man. And
yes, sir.
Hit that like and subscribe button, man.
Definitely, man. Appreciate you too, bro.
All the time.
All right.
Peace.
All right, Pat. Yeah, respect, guys. I was watching for the last hour. If you guys want to end it, I don't mind.
Nah. We I didn't have no like time limit. Like
That's
I'm off today, so
coach over there coaching.
But I'm sorry. Dan Leaf and Big Fan Breezy last night. They was going in last night, man. And they were talking about Zach Edey trying to get Zach.
I'm watching the game.
And I'm like Zach Edey is not built for the NBA. Not today's NBA.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's another story. Let's get back to football.
Oh nah. We we definitely going to hit the basketball conversations up Tuesday. We back at it, Heart of the City, 8:30 p.m. Be there or be square. We're going all New York City sports.
Yes,
a lot to talk about in the area now. Of course, you got Yankees and Mets getting spring training going. I don't know what the hell the Brooklyn Nets are doing, but at least one of the teams in the city is pushing for the playoffs. And of course, you know, we always going to chat about the Giants and the Jets and of course college basketball, March Madness, hot and heavy right now.
Oh, I got some stuff to talk about that on Tuesday, bro. And it's not going to be exciting.
Oh my God.
You just saw Miss Layup?
Yeah, oh my God.
Yeah.
That's the most egregious miss I've ever seen.
Even my badass at basketball couldn't miss that one.
Damn. Yeah, man. But appreciate everybody for joining in, man. Let's give our last thoughts on the Giants and on the draft. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do some more mock drafts leading up to the draft. Of course, you guys, if you don't know, we will be at the draft. I'll be there for sure, along with Big Bro Lou and Big Pat. So definitely look out for the live content from the NFL draft. But we're gonna try to do some draft things leading up to the draft. You know, maybe do some player profiles, some things like that. Try to hit up the link is in the crew chat, Lou. I'm about to close out now though. Y'all late. 3 hours. But yeah, man. Just closing thoughts, man, on the draft, man. And what direction you think the Giants should go, man, and how you feeling about the first round, first or second round, or whatever. Just closing statements.
I'm just saying. As far as the draft, I can't wait for it. I'm gonna be there at the draft too. You know what I'm saying? So I told y'all.
Okay.
I'm
shit.
gonna link up with you guys.
Definitely, man. Definitely do that, man. Don't forget either.
Oh,
Definitely
okay. Of course not, man. You know how it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be in the front too when they drafting. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, and that's the beauty of the draft, man. The trades that go down to see what the Giants do. Because I mean, at number 6, man, I don't know what the Giants gonna do, man. I mean, I want receiver, but you just never know if a trade comes and they move back or they move up. I don't know, man. You know, in the past, you know what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? But this one, I don't know what they're gonna do.
You don't know,
So that's gonna be the excitement. You know what I'm saying? Just being there. You know, to see what happens. You know, seeing the crowd reaction and all that stuff. You know, or who knows? They could trade the 6th pick and get like a T. Higgins, somebody. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? Before draft, you just never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well said. Absolutely. What's up, Lou?
Yeah.
Lou, you're gonna have to give your closing opening statement and your closing statement at the same time because we about to wrap up.
He on here. He on here to
He gave it at the right time.
No, he's showcasing merch. That's what he's doing. Look what he's doing. He's showcasing merch. That's what he's doing.
I love that. I just want to say real fast.
Come on, player. Pimp your game. Come on, Playboy. There it is. Pimp your game.
I love it. I know what it is. I came to sprinkle some facts out this motherfucker. There's a lot of haters out there. You know what I'm saying? That don't want us to get a QB. That don't want us to get a wide receiver. Everybody got their panties all in the bunch complaining about who we going to get. Everybody acting like they actually get a paycheck from this organization. Listen, the New York Giants ain't gave me one damn dollar in 45 years of living. What they have given me is depression, anxiety, elation, joy, anger, happiness, sadness, confusion, and a bunch of group of guys of like-minded individuals who don't give a shit about other people's opinions but know the game. So for that, I am grateful. Make sure y'all catch us at the draft. We got some bangers coming y'all way y'all don't even know about that we have not discussed. Make sure you go check out Coach Ed Gladney's Amazing World of Sports. Unpopular opinion. Zion Zenev's halftime and ass. He makes videos halftime the year, halftime he don't, but he do make good content. Make sure you go subscribe to him. I think that's Coach Dante up there. Who is that?
Man Cave's gonna be at the draft too, bro.
Man Cave. This is the first time I can put a face to the name. Okay. What's going on? He be in the chat all the time. I just never seen his face. Okay, nice to meet you, bro.
Yes, sir.
March 30th, this Saturday. Big fight coming up. Isaac Pitbull Cruz versus Rolly Romero.
Okay.
But as far as the draft, in my opinion, I would like to get Malik Neighbors at 6 or Marvin Harrison Jr., preferably Harrison Jr., but it's not looking like they're going to go that way now. There's a lot of rumors about them trading up. I read an article that came out last night from the Gridiron saying the Giants are now excited to potentially get a quarterback in the first round. So even though 6 hours ago, Dable said DJ's going to be the starter when he comes back, it seems like there's some miscommunication in that war room because the coach is saying DJ's the starter. The GM is saying they might be getting a quarterback. So
the key word, Lou, is when he comes back.
Lou, you also don't you like poker. You don't play your hand. You don't play your hand in public. You throw some little smoke screens and bluff. Yeah. Come on, man. That's what they're doing. They don't want everybody to know. Shane plays chess. He does it very well. He's an assassin. He you think he's going to go one way? It's not like we're playing with Ghetto Bum. Because Ghetto Bum would tell you before the draft, which is why you lose picks. So
what you telling me is
just Rob Carolina for buying.
So what you telling me is Shane is faking to the left and cutting to the right.
Bingo. Yeah. Bingo.
Because I find too many of these leaks. A lot of things is leaking out too much.
And that's the whole thing. It's like to me this stuff is funny. It's like, yeah, I read up on all this stuff and there's so many different things, and I'm just saying to myself, you know what? They're doing a great job of not putting shit out there so everybody knows what the hell we're doing.
Everything, you know what I think, y'all? I think everything that's coming out is they're thinking the opposite. So if they're saying they're taking JJ McCarthy, they don't like JJ McCarthy. They probably
Malik
want Drake
Neighbors.
May or Penix or somebody
Or they're
else.
gonna draft
I
who we
would
drafted tonight, Drake May.
I would say this. I told Adam this on the phone the other day. I'm like, one thing about one thing about Joe that get him and wasn't is Dave. He wasn't cultured. Like Joe is cultured. Like you watch these videos, it's a game to him, and he loves playing the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you see him at all the Senior Bowl behind the scenes and the Carolinas GMs coming up to him is like, hey Joe, who are you gonna take at 6? Like it's all fun and games. So he's leaking information. He's telling his team to leak information himself. Like he's throwing smoke grenades and he lives in that. This is his time to shine. The off season, right? And I just believe if you really look at it, like we got a deer in the headlights that is not even on roster right now because he's still on injury. So Drew Lock is technically number 1, and regardless who we take at 6, if we go quarterback, if we go wide receiver, like Daniel Jones is not fully healthy yet. So there's rumors he might not be ready to start week 1, right? But with that being said, you guys know how I feel. I want Drake May. If you don't take Drake May, I want JJ. If we take a wide receiver, I'm not gonna get mad. Like Lou said, I'm a fan of the team before anything. When we got rid of OBJ, I didn't follow OBJ. I'm a fan of the team. When Eli retired, I didn't quit watching the Giants. You know what I'm saying? And I know I love this team. Yeah, I thought about it. I think we all did. I love this team, and I know they have a plan, and I believe in this coaching staff. I believe that I'm not gonna go on a limb and shoot myself by saying all these unestimated predictions, but I will say this: I do believe that our offensive lineman is a real one. I've seen that guy took not I want to say nobody's, but take not household names on Oakland's line. And able to block some of the defenders that was.
I gotta quote The Rock, Zion.
That Chris Jones is in that division and what he was able to do with those guys. But I'm gonna pass it over to MC Lou. He's about to spit some facts.
Nah, you remember when back in wrestling, when wrestling was still cool, when it was still entertaining, when The Rock used to come out there and mock people, and he was beefing with Triple H, and he was mocking him. He said, "Time to play the game." That's what time it is. It's time to play the game and see what we did with this free agency. I think the linemen that we picked up are going to make a huge impact.
Absolutely.
Runyon and Illuminor.
Regardless of who's at quarterback, whether it's DJ, Drew Lock, or a guy that we draft, I think we're going to see vast improvements in the game simply because of the pieces we've added at the line. And that's both sides. Defensively, now we can get after the quarterback by just sending 4. We don't have to blitz 75% of the damn time or 50% of the time.
Yeah.
We can get pressure with 4, drop our guys in coverage, and have one guy spying the QB. And now you got a problem trying to find an open man or escape from the backfield and get that yardage. And that is the type of defense that the New York Giants has been known for. I'm excited to see it back on the field. Hopefully we can get the NASCAR package back.
I'm already playing with them in Madden. It's awesome. It's awesome when you have Brian Burns and Dexter Lawrence and Kayvon, and then you can rotate Aziz. That's the best thing. Aziz is so good, but he can't stay on the field, right? Now we can rotate him. Oh, it's game over.
11-6, bitch. I'm back on my bullshit.
That's before you guys go. My bad. Let me just finish with this. Okay. I'm gonna land the plane with this. For all of you guys saying that Drake May isn't him or JJ isn't him, of course, because they're still developing. They're not finished products. Let Brian Dable get their hands on. That's what I'm saying.
Pause.
Look at Josh Allen's first year. Look at some of these quarterbacks. Look at Joe Burrow's first year, guys. It's never gonna go how it planned, right? Unless your name is CJ Stroud and you just whipped up some miracles. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, guys, let the quarterback guru and our coach Brian Dable get these guys to the NFL level. Not all rookies are ready to play. So you guys might look at them and say, like, Josh Rosen 2.0, but you guys are judging them as finished products. They may come out of a shitty system, but I believe in our coaching staff. If we do take a quarterback, if he does have to sit for a time being, to get him to NFL level. My bad, coach. You go right ahead.
No, you're fine. I mean, what you're saying is very logical in terms of all these players. And I'll say the same thing. The one who I think is closest to ready to play right now, day one, to be honest with you, is Penix.
Real fast. Diggs was brought in after in year 2. And Chase was drafted in year 2. Go look at history. Josh Allen had a losing record, and Joe Burrow had a losing record year 1. When they got the
You
receiver, they
gonna let
took
Coach finish his
that's
statement?
time. That's nah, John. I'm sorry, Coach. My bad.
You're fine, man.
I'm
Zion
trying
be
to
Yeah,
slap
Adderall.
all
back
the
at people.
quarterback,
Sorry.
all the quarterbacks need to be worked on. Every last one of them, including Penix. Yes, to be NFL caliber quarterbacks. Remember the fact that Patrick Mahomes, he even said it in the beginning. He didn't know how to read defenses. It took time for him to develop. So yes, all the quarterbacks, including even though I have questions about him coming out of a Mac Brown system in terms of Drake May, but you know what? There is some talent there. There's some talent there with Caleb Williams, and I get all the off-platform stuff and everything. I get it, but they all have talent. There are things that they do. They had to have done something to get to this point in their lives. Period. Case closed. To be even at the top level in college, you had to have done something to get there. So now it's on, like you said, like Zion said, the coaches. I say the same thing about the offensive line with Evan Neal. What's the issue? Probably coaches. So that's the biggest thing. Do the coaches coach these guys up right to go out and execute and perform? If they do, great. Let's go. Let's have fun. And if not, they're probably going to be out of here as coaches.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I think I see. I see a lot of teams now where like building their team up before they get their quarterbacks, and that's why I see quarterbacks are looking better too. You know what I'm saying? Compared to like a trashing, like you look at the Panthers, they didn't build their team up, and that's why
I've
Bryce
been
Young was
saying that
bad.
shit for years.
You see what I'm saying? Where
But I
Stroud looking
do.
good. You see what I'm saying? I think teams are like trying to start to do that now.
Yeah,
I've
I
been
asked the
saying
I
that.
do love
question.
that point, man, Cave. But I will
I,
say this: when you have a quarterback
How
like
you gonna talk
like
over the host?
my
nah,
bad,
you good. Go ahead. Say finish your statement.
my
You
bad,
good.
my bad. I just get so excited when I get
Nah,
to
you
talk
good,
Giants.
bro.
You know.
He fucking with you,
Pause,
man.
pause,
Go
pause.
ahead.
Not too excited. Pause. Hold up, Zion. Yeah, I will say this though, real fast.
Crazy.
I think when you have a quarterback like a Bryce Young, well, we don't know what he's gonna be, but we do blame that offensive line, right? I just feel like they kind of feel like it's like AR-15, right? It's like the coach know that AR-15 wasn't him, but they have to take him because it's AR-15, what he could possibly be. So at Carolina, they looked at it like, bro, Bryce Young, if we can build a team around this guy, we have him. And when you have a quarterback that high, what you not saying he was mocked that high, but when what they thought of him, they loved him, right? So they're like, bro, let's go get our guy because sometimes when you go and you go get your guy, it works out. Like we just talked about, I'm not trying to compare Patrick Mahomes to anybody, but Patrick Mahomes wasn't Patrick Mahomes when he was getting drafted, right? But the Chiefs loved him, so they moved up and get him. I believe that Bryce Young, it's I'm not saying you judged him or anything. I'm just saying I think it's too early to judge him. I think if we look back at it in about 3 more years, Carolina's gonna work on getting. I mean, like they're literally sacrificing their defense to work on the offense for him this offseason.
Oh
So
yeah.
if he comes up and now this is Carolina's problem now. They're gonna score points and they're gonna get scored upon. So they're gonna lose games. You know what I'm saying? Because now they don't have a defense. But I didn't want to interrupt the host, and my bad. I didn't want to get
No, you
into this whole
good.
debate with Man Cave because Man Cave is obviously has some awesome points.
Yeah, I was gonna say though, that is true. Both you guys make some good points. I asked Coach and Big Pat earlier, is this Giants team like after everything they done in free agency, and everything that we're projecting them to do in the draft, they got the 6 picks or whatever, and the 6 overall pick. Do you think this roster right now is currently constructed is a good situation for a rookie quarterback to come into? And if that question is yes, then the Giants will be making the right decision if they do decide to take a quarterback at 6. If that answer is no, then obviously we need more work to do and we're not ready. Now, before you answer, think about some of the other teams that was in certain situations like Houston, like Chicago now, what they done for Caleb Williams. So, do you think the Giants, as currently constructed, is a good enough roster for a rookie quarterback to step into?
I would say no, not right now. But you also have to look at too. It doesn't matter if you pick a rookie quarterback because Daniel Jones going to be playing, so he's going to have a year to sit anyway.
That's another part of it.
You're going to build the
Exactly.
team up. You're not a team now. You can keep building the team up for that next year. You see what I'm saying? So it works in our favor a little bit too in that essence.
Zion, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, and I have to calm down. And I'm sorry for interrupting everybody. I don't mean to do that at all.
No, you
I would
good.
say
Go ahead.
this though. I would say this. I would say call me crazy, but I just think it's our time, man. It's our time. The universe has cursed this 5-star organization for the last 10 years, man. And this is the draft, like honestly, that we're in a white position because if you really look at it, guys, I know I'm not answering your question, but I'm long winding it. But here's the thing, guys, like this draft is so deep at wide receiver and so deep at quarterback where we pick that it's kind of like destiny that we get on both. And I'm not saying you're gonna get a Malik Neighbors in the second. You're not, guys. Malik Neighbors is special, guys. But I'm just saying we're not in a position to draft the quarterback. But if there's a way that we can come in away with a quarterback in the first round and a wide receiver in the second, I do believe that there's wide receivers like Robertson and like Hyatt that fully hasn't really reached their ceiling yet. And I believe Hyatt's still in. I am really high on the kid Hyatt, and I want him to. I think the kid can literally run past people, and I think JJ or Drake can hit him or Daniel. Let's not talk about that. But I just think if we come out of this draft with what we predict to be our franchise quarterback and what we predict to be a wide receiver that can help this roster, I think it's going to set us up for years to come because of the fact that we have all this available cap next year, and I'm going to be shouting for the rooftops if Hyatt doesn't come to if we go quarterback, Hyatt doesn't project what I want him to project at. The wide receiver we take in the second doesn't project the way I want him to project that. Then we'll full head away to go down that Josh Allen, that Joe Burrow conversation. You know, Joe Burrow gets Chase in year 2 off to the races. Allen gets Diggs in year 2 off to the races. And like they never looked back. The Bengals are not considered a shitty organization. They're a playoff appearance. The Buffalo is not considered the playoff. You guys get the point. It's like next year, I'm kind of scared at the quarterbacks that we might not be in a position to draft, and I just don't want to gamble that. You know what I'm saying? So no, we're not in the position, but this year aligned, kind of like what homie just said with Bryce Young. I think Bryce Young just aligned, and Carolina just had to go get him. I think they love a guy, and they're just gonna go get him. So I think no, but I think we get a quarterback.
Coach.
Mm-hmm.
You think this roster's ready for the rookie quarterback?
Depends on what you want that quarterback to do. If he's coming in to sit a year behind Daniel Jones, sure. If you're talking about going out to lead the team to the playoffs, no, we're not there as yet. We still have some, pieces that we need to add and develop. I mean, the first thing that I keep harping on it, is the offensive line. What's going to happen with the offensive line? How are we going to coach these guys up? And, we brought new guys in. Yes, we're, intrigued, somewhat excited, but they still got to go out and perform and build a level of continuity. So, but based off of last year, is a rookie quarterback ready to come lead this team? I'm not ready to hand over the reins just as yet to a rookie quarterback because we still have a lot of construction that we need to do.
Fair point. Lou.
Yo.
We'll close it out with you. Do you think this Giants team, after everything they've done in free agency, with the draft coming up, do you think this is a good situation, or do you think this roster is suitable for a rookie quarterback to come in right now?
For a rookie quarterback to come in right now, no, because we still don't have an offensive identity. We still don't know who we are as a team. Yes, we have improved on paper, but these guys haven't stepped out on the field as a cohesive offensive line yet. These guys have not come out and learned the playbook, learned their position, their specific roles in the play. Whether you're down blocking, whether you're pulling, whether you're run blocking, so it's a lot of factors that go into it. Yes, we look better on paper, right? Now, the bigger question is if we do get a quarterback, if we draft a quarterback, is the system that Dable wants to implement going to fit his skill set? if we don't draft a quarterback, is Drew Lock going to be able to lead this team until DJ comes back? Or is DJ going to be as good or worse when he comes back? Or can he potentially take that leap we've all been hoping for 6 years? So it's a lot of variables. I think we've improved on paper. I think DJ is the best bet for this year simply because he's had 2 years under Dable and he kind of knows what Dable wants from him, as opposed to a rookie quarterback having to come in and try to figure that out, or a Drew Lock who doesn't know the system trying to figure that out. So to me, I think DJ is our best shot this year if we want to try to make a push.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair. All fair points. In my unpopular opinion, I think this actually is an ideal situation. And I know it's gonna sound crazy coming from me, but I think this actually is an ideal situation for rookie quarterback to come into, if you allow him to
sit.
That's a big if, because with this fan base and the way they feel about the way they feel about said quarterback, name to not be mentioned, the way they feel about that guy.
I'll add a little caveat to that. If we draft a black quarterback, the minute any quarterback throw an incompletion or interception, boy, this fan base gonna holler to throw that motherfucker in there. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. So that's why I'm a little bit more a fan of Penix and Jaden Daniels, because I do think those two right there can come in and at least be serviceable in their first year. Drake May and JJ McCarthy, I'm gonna tell you right now, if those guys are forced to play earlier than they should, it's gonna be disaster. It's gonna be disaster. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not gonna look good. And that is the main thing right there that I was trying to see here. You know what I'm saying? Are this Giants fan base gonna be patient enough to allow a rookie quarterback to sit? That's
we somewhat have to respect.
I don't know. I don't think so. Do you think so? Because I know a lot of fans that want Daniel Jones gone. I'm with you. I think he's done here. But are you gonna be able to chill for a minute and let your rookie learn, or are we gonna be screaming after the first play of training camp to put in the rookie?
I was gonna say you kind of somewhat have to, as a fan base, you guys looking back and looking at his film, like you guys somewhat have to, not you guys, but as a fan base, we have to somewhat respect Drew Lock. I mean, like, if Daniel Jones is not ready, like I said it, I'm gonna say it again. Drew Lock is my starter.
That was me, podcast. Man cave.
Okay.
That's if you don't, like, even if you do drop the quarterback, right? I'm gonna say right now, Daniel Jones is on injury report. Drew Lock is my starter, and we have to respect that. Now, I'm gonna also respect the coaches too, right? So if we draft the JJ, say we draft the Drake, and say Unpopular is right, and they're not ready to go, right, and they have to sit a year, we have to respect these coaches staffs, and that's what I'm thinking is happening, because you kind of have not an excuse for John Mara and Steve Tisch. You kind of have some leverage there, right? If you go and you draft a receiver and Daniel Jones doesn't ball out and Drew Lock doesn't do anything, they're fired, bro. We're winning less than 3 games, they're fired like immediately. But if you have a quarterback that has been sitting and you present that to John Mara and say, hey, we have a plan, let us continue. John Bell's most likely to let them continue the plan because of the fact that they have a quarterback that's been sitting the whole year. So if the quarterback is not ready, don't run him out here. As a fan base, don't chant JJ, don't chant Jake May, because of the fact that if these guys still need to learn, let them learn. If we need to take the Green Bay approach, look at the Green Bay's quarterbacks. Look how much quarterbacks they had in the past couple of years. The reason why I want a quarterback this year, guys, is I think that this year And 2020 Arch Manning's years is special years when it comes to quarterbacks, and I don't want to pass that by. I
You
don't
just
think
want a QB because Adam wants a QB. No, I'm just messing with you.
I don't think that Shorter Standers and Quinn Edwards is probably your two quarterbacks next year. There's a lot, maybe if they have good years, but outside of that, like it's dry for the next 2 years, and I don't want to be scrambling. It's never dry wide receivers. They grow on trees. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if they need to sit, let them sit. Let them sit. You know what I'm saying?
That was a lie, sir. I'm not gonna let you skate away with that one. Receivers do not just grow on trees, sir.
Well, let me put it this
How
way.
many Jerry Rices or Randy Mosses or Chris Carters have come into the league?
I didn't mean to say it like that. What I meant to say is like when you think of quarterbacks, right? You think of like look at quarterbacks nowadays and age, right? You have Hall of Famers that's still playing, right? Like say like Aaron Rodgers, right? And his legacy is forever. But since Aaron Rodgers was quarterback, Lou, how much number one receivers have we seen? We've seen AJ Brown number one. We've seen Julio Jones number one. Now, who's the number one receiver right now? Is Justin Jefferson. What I'm trying to say is receivers, they're easier to get. I don't mean they grow on trees. What I'm trying to say is they're easier to get when you have a position that touches the ball every single snap, like the quarterback. That it's really hard to find your franchise quarterback. I say if you love a guy right now in this draft, you take him because of the fact that there's always going to be every year is going to be have a receiver, right? Every year a receiver is going to be that number one. Now I do believe that Marvin Harrison is generational, but wasn't a couple of years ago we was just talking about this kid named like DK Metcalf and how he's going to be the big thing, and we just got done talking about like Jerry Jeudy coming out of college, and hold up, we had Oklahoma on this roster, and like there's always going to be names at wide receivers. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I mean, I hear what you're saying. You said the key thing you said right there is names. You know what I'm saying? Like the name is one thing, man, but you know, to find a wide receiver that fits your system and fits what you're trying to do is not as easy as you making it out to be. You know what I mean?
I apologize for that. You're right on that.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? So for me, every team in this division what's the easiest way to the playoffs? Win your division, right? Something the Giants have been struggling mightily to do. Even when we made the playoffs, we've always got in as a wild card. So look at your division. Every single one of those teams has a dog at receiver. You got Scary Terry, named Scary Terry for a reason. CeeDee Lamb and of course AJ and Devontae over there in Philly. We don't have that. You know what I'm saying? Right. But if you compare quarterback play, it's a lot more even, in my opinion, than the receiving cores are. You know what I mean? Like Dak Prescott and Jalen Hurts aren't killing nobody. Neither was Sam Howell. They're not no all-pro quarterbacks. The difference is the fact that they have a dog at receiver that can bail their mediocre quarterbacks out.
Right.
And their offensive lines and defensive lines are better than ours, particularly the offensive lines. So that is the difference. So I can see both sides of it. You know what I'm saying? But we can't just dismiss like we can just go out and just get a receiver out of nowhere. You know, pluck them off a tree, as you say.
NYG, NYG, like you saying, if you take Devontae Smith and AJ Brown off the Eagles, and they just have Quez Watkins, you ain't scared of Quez Watkins. Right. You ain't scared of other guys.
Switch the receiving course,
and they're a different team. They're a whole different team.
Give them Hyatt and Slayton, and give us Devontae Smith and AJ Brown. And let's see who wins more games.
Here's the thing:
give them Hodgins, give them Hodgins, and the what was it? The preseason wide receiver we had?
Oh, David Stills.
Yeah, give them David Stills and Isaiah Hodgins, and see what they do.
No, but the point I was trying to make is let's rewind time. For the last 4 years of Daniel Jones' career, I've been defending him of getting a number one wide receiver because I do understand what you guys are saying. And my point of wide receivers growing on trees, you guys just mentioned a bunch of wide receivers, right? I consider AJ Brown one of the best wide receivers in the league, top 10, you know, Lamb, top 10, you know what I'm saying? Terry, top 25, maybe top 20, you know what I'm saying? Nothing against Terry. I think he's a beast, but look at that. Look what I just said right there, right? Like when you talk quarterbacks, right? There's like 8 really elite guys, and then there's a cliff. Like with receivers, there's like elite. Every team, other than probably 5 teams in the NFL, has an elite wide receiver. Whereas in point taken, I don't mean to say they grow on trees, but times are always going to change. And there's a times that Devontae Adams was the best wide receiver in the league. 5 years later, there's another guy. 5 years later, there's another guy. I get it. There's your goats, like your Megatrons, like your Jerry Rices, like your Randy Mosses. But at the end of the day, wide receivers are always there's always going to be wide receivers. If you think about it, that's what kids want to play growing up. That's the premier position, right? You want to get that touchdown. Obviously, kids want to play other positions too, but that's the scoring position. That's the fancy position, right? You know what I'm saying. So what my point trying to be is there's your Josh Allens, there's your Patrick Mahomes, there's certain your Lamar Jacksons, and then there's a drop off, right? If you think about it, outside the top 6. Lou wants to say something, but that's what I was going to say.
I just want to respond to what you said. That's the premier position. That's the position kids grow up wanting to play. You're failing to realize the fact that the most premier position is the quarterback. That's the guy that gets all the praise. That's the guy that gets all the MVPs. That's the guy that no matter how spectacular the catch made is, he's the guy that gets credit for it. So there's more kids that want to grow up and be the captain of the team, the quarterback, the guy who gets all the trophies, all the rewards, all the praise. So you always have way more quarterbacks that are hyped up than wide receivers. A wide receiver, you can't really hype him up because he's putting it all on film. Now, the quarterback, you can hype him up because the wide receiver makes him look good. So you always have an overinflated quarterback as opposed to wide receivers really rated where they belong. So it's risky when you start betting the house and giving up picks and moving up and spending money to get a guy that might not be the guy. A wide receiver is pretty much cut and dry. You see what you're getting on film. He's going to go high point the ball. He's going to body the guy out. He's got good hands. He pays attention. He watches the ball into his hands. You know, he keeps his feet in bounds, toe drag swag and all that. Those things are self-evident on film. The quarterback, you can only see how good he is if his receiver is dependable or if he's really good at reading defenses and audibling out into something that benefits the offense. But again, because there's so many guys trying to be quarterback and because there's so many guys that have help from the receivers and everything else, they get overinflated and they get overhyped and they get picked and they end up being bust. Right. That's why it's so dangerous when you talk about moving up and giving up capital for a guy because he might not even fit your scheme or your receivers might not even be good to what type of play style he has. So it's real tricky when you get into the quarterback. That's why I was like, when you said, receivers grow on trees, you know, the receivers make the quarterback look a lot better than they are sometimes.
I get your point there too, but sometimes too, I can look at a quarterback.
Yeah.
Receivers, I know that guy is going to be a good quarterback. You all right with that. They go to top 1 as the go to as the university as
muffled. You sound a little muffled, Zion.
Oh, am I muffled?
Not now.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Let me move up to my mic. I do love that point, and I'm gonna rebuttal with this. A lot of people want to play quarterback, but as they go through a Pee-wee to junior varsity to varsity to Division 2 football to Division 1 football.
Okay.
Hello?
Can you guys hear me now?
Okay.
Yeah, they basically like the coach tells them, "Hey, you're not good enough to be quarterback, right?" So they get reading out. Like when you get to this level, like obviously there's always going to be some quarterbacks that's hit and miss. But there's always not always, but there's always going to be more wide receivers, top level wide receivers than top level quarterbacks, because at this level in the game, after all those guys wanted to play quarterback, that the coach told them they couldn't play quarterback, they get ridden out, right? And then they transfer it over. But we got Miz here. I don't want to spend this whole time debating about nonsense. I love that, and I love that point you made, because they do not grow on trees, but there is always going to be a wide receiver. Go ahead, Miss
Joe.
Yes. What's good? Up, Joe? What's good?
Joe,
That's
what's up, guys?
for Joe, man.
Joe.
I hope you good, bro. I hope you feeling good, bro. Long time no see, man. Hope you get back soon. Miss, Talk to me, man. I know you got a
He's
lot
ready.
to say
He's
on
ready.
Twitter,
He's
man.
ready.
Now's your time to go in, bro. Go ahead. Do your
Drop
thing.
bombs on him, Miz. Flex, drop a bomb on him.
Yo, fuck the Twitter, bro. Fuck them. Yo, my whole thing, and I got into it with Adam. I got into it with Adam early this morning with Adam. I'm tired of the Daniel Jones bashing. Yo, he ain't the guy. You want to move on. We want to draft a quarterback. That's fine. But you got guys bashing Daniel Jones on a personal level. I don't understand that shit. I really don't get it. The guy never claimed to be Peyton Manning. He didn't draft himself. So I don't understand the personal anger towards the guy. I just don't get it, man. If he ain't the guy, he ain't the guy. He tried his best.
And
he's not the guy. We also didn't help him. But this personal bashing of Daniel Jones, my toilet bowl doesn't work, and it's Daniel Jones's fault. You know, like stupidity, bro. I'm not with it.
I got you, bro.
I'm really not with it.
But I'm gonna say this about the quarterback thing. I mean, everybody's talking about it's a quarterback draft. The last 2 or 3 drafts was a quarterback draft. And
right.
Look at those guys now. Now they on different teams now. They backups. And you have to understand, you say Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, that's 1 quarterback per draft. So if you drafting 6 quarterbacks, only 1 is making it, you're wasting on the other 4 or 5 quarterbacks. It's a crapshoot. Because when was the last draft that had like a bunch of Hall of Fame quarterbacks in one draft? It don't happen that often. It don't. I don't even know when was the last Hall of Fame.
I don't think there ever was.
It was like 4 or 5 quarterbacks.
Yes, it was. I know 83 was. I think 83 was. That's where you
40
had
years ago. That's 40 years
ago. Marino, Elway
right.
in that draft. I'm trying to remember. Would you consider Eli Rivers? Rivers and Big Ben.
Right. 20 years ago, right. That's what I say. It's not like every single year, but every single year they're hyping up and that's what I'm saying. You got to be careful what you're doing because the same people that's hyping these people up, when they fail, they're gonna go hide and then blame the team. Say to blame, they should never pick them. They had a chance to, they had a choice of who to pick. You know what I'm saying? They go hide. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, quarterback is one thing, but it's like you got to pick the best.
And you know what's crazy, Man Cave, to piggyback on what you're saying, I seen something on Twitter a couple days ago where they was showing like Daniel Jones and his pro day or whatever and how they was hyping him up. They was like, this guy's a first round quarterback. He's gonna go in the first round. But then we mad at the Giants for taking him, right? Because it didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? So now we pissed because he took Daniel Jones. But the same pick 6. Here we go again. Same situation, hyped up quarterbacks. Are you going to take a quarterback just to take a quarterback? Or are you literally going to take the best player available?
And you look at the Trevor Lawrence draft. You look at it. I mean, Trey Lance is gone. You know what I'm saying? Mac Jones is gone. All these guys that they was hyping up for that draft. You know what I'm saying? That was a quarterback draft too.
Yeah, your man Adam was hyping up Sam Howell. Now he's hyping up Drake May. I told him last year Sam Howell they didn't give the guy a chance. Yeah, they give him a chance. He needs a chance. Well, now he got traded. His ass is gone. That's how much of a chance he got because he wasn't no damn good. So now people want to get on me because I'm saying the same thing about Drake May. You know why? Because I watched the goddamn team. I'm a Tar Heel fan. You want me to get my Tar Heel gear, my shit out for you? Like I watched these dudes play, man. It's something about that squad that they just don't produce good quarterbacks. I've been watching them since T.J. Yates came out, they just don't produce good quarterbacks, man. But maybe Drake May can be the difference. Maybe he can be an outlier. We'll see.
This is what I'll say to that, right? Like, I respect Bobby Skinner's opinion of offensive linemen, right? Because Bobby Skinner was an offensive lineman. So, yes, I respect his football acumen and his opinions, but most of all, I watch Bobby Skinner for his breakdowns of offensive lineman players because he has an intricate insight on that being a former offensive lineman, right? So when Miz says certain things about quarterbacks, I tend to listen a little bit because Miz is a former quarterback. You see what I'm saying? So as a former boxer, when people want some insight as to why this guy's getting caught with the left hand repeatedly, I can tell you why. Either he's dropping his guard, he's leaving his face up and out, or he's not stepping away out of range. So you respect people for their knowledge and insight on particular fields or positions, right? Coach, I tend to listen to a lot of his takes because he's a coach. So he's not coming from one player position or one perspective. He's coming from a broad, all around view. So when you listen to these guys, you have to take into consideration what their expertise is, what their background is. Adam is a guy who comes from the analytics side. He's not coming from a player point of view, or so I take certain things that he says with a grain of salt because you're not talking as a guy who suited up at this position. You see what I'm saying? Right. When it comes to football, I was a DB. So I like cornerbacks and safeties. I like guys that's going to come and hit you across the middle when you're trying to catch that rock and separate you from the ball. That's where my passion for football comes. Oh, you thought you was about to catch that? No, you're not. You see what I'm saying? So that's, you know what I mean? Yeah, so you got to take things with a grain of salt based on where these people coming from.
Yeah, true that, man. But I'm gonna wrap this show up, man.
My only thing is this, MYG. My thing is this to people that doesn't want a quarterback. The people that doesn't want a quarterback, right? And I agree. You can't be like, yo, just give me any quarterback. I'll take the 8th guy. No. That's not how you draft a quarterback. You better narrow it down to the 1 or 2 guys that you love to death. But the thing is this. If you don't want a quarterback this draft, cool. You want to build a roster and get it ready for the future. And let's see one more time. Maybe Jones could do something. Okay, that's cool. But my one thing is this, man. If the Jones thing don't work out, you looking down the road, and I don't want to hear this thing about, some new quarterbacks are going to emerge next year because I don't buy into that. Yo, it could be a couple of years that we don't find that right quarterback.
But you also
worry about that.
But your team will be built up, and then when you do get the chance to get that quarterback, they can make some trades and trade. You know what I'm saying, to get the quarterback, because that's all you're missing. You see what I'm saying? Then you have a roster. You see what I'm saying?
Good, man.
But you know something, right? But you know something, right? It's easier to say that than to do that, right? You know.
Hey, I totally understand, but that's what I'm saying. That's what the front office, if they talk to the owner, they be like, "This is what we're gonna do," because these guys have a plan. They have a plan behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? They're like, "This is what we're gonna do to build this team up," and then next, this is how they lay the foundation, the groundwork for their team. You gotta do it right with the first one. You gotta do it the right way.
Yeah.
I will say this for the record. My point. I want to keep on repeating it, but I wasn't comparing these quarterbacks to your Josh Allens of the world. What I was just saying is it's harder to find a quarterback. It's harder to find a quarterback to reach that level. And in this year, if you have a gamble with 6, right? Like you said perfectly, Man Cave, there's only like 1 or 2 in other drafts. This year, people, the media, everybody, I have to be honest with you guys. I was high on Trevor Lawrence. I think he's still going to be great in this league. I was high on Tua. Obviously, Joe Burrow came out of nowhere, so I don't want to claim Joe Burrow. I didn't expect that. I was high on Bryce, and I was high on CJ. But I was really high on Caleb's, obviously, because I'm a SC fan.
I was really high on Herb.
Me too. I'm always on that. I looked at what the Tar Heels had. They didn't have anybody that was up to Alabama standards, Michigan standards. They had lack of a team, and what Drake May was able to accomplish with the lack of ribbons. He
accomplished though, Zion. He didn't win a bowl game. He didn't do shit.
I don't look at. I just look at his mechanics and what that could translate to the NFL. But we'll see what happens. That being said, I'm with Miz. I'm with everybody that's saying that you don't just go out there and you don't just get your quarterback just to get a quarterback. If you love your guy, you take him. What's up, Dash? Because they're harder to find than stud receivers. I'm gonna just end my point on that. Quarterbacks are way more harder to find than receivers in this league.
Mm-hmm. Nah, you right, and the reason,
nobody's arguing that, Zion.
And for that reason, Zion, you have to be careful. You have to be careful when you're choosing one, though. You know what I'm saying? You can't just pick anyone because they're so hard to find. You can't just take one just to take one. You have to be very pinpoint in your evaluation of the quarterback and what he's going to bring to your team and what kind of system.
Because when you miss on a QB, that's the worst miss.
That's it. It's a wrap.
If you miss on a receiver, you can replace it. You miss on a running back or something, when you miss on a QB.
Not in New York. We give them 6 years, bro. Other teams give them 2. We give them 6. So if we better give this quarterback 6 years, I'm gonna end with that. You want to give this deer in the headlights?
Let me ask you a question.
Not gonna bash his personal life because he deserves to live, but on his football life, you deer in the headlights. We gave you 6 years.
No, but that's because we had a dysfunctional front office. You have to look at that too. It's not like we had a great front office that gave him 6 years. It was a dysfunctional front office
great front line,
right, and that's
or
what
a great coach, or a great offensive scheme.
Yeah,
we had Jason Garrett for 2 fucking seasons. Are you kidding me? We're not gonna count those. We gave him 4 years.
I know I'm not comparing him because Josh Rosen sucks, but Josh Rosen didn't get the benefit of the doubt. He's out real quick. Look at Justin Fields real quick, and they developed his ass real quick. Look at Mac Jones real quick. Like, they don't get the benefits of the doubt. It's the NFL. It's a big boys league.
Yeah, but none of them had to deal with this guy. So I don't want to hear shit about 2 of them years.
Hey, I like the clapper. No, I'm just joking. I'm joking.
He went to the bank.
Oh man. Well, good show, y'all, man. I'm gonna have to get out of here though, man. I got some BI to take care of, man. But appreciate everybody for joining in, man. Go sub up to everybody on the panel. You know what it is. Big Blue Crew in the building. We got Big Bro, Lou, G Nation Inside Sports, Leather to the Face.
Yes,
Y'all already know what it is, man. Got Miz in the midday, man. Always giving his opinions on the New York Giants, man. Of course, we got Zion Zenith, him, Mac, and Adam over there with Premium Takes. Love that show.
Shrooms.
You already know what it is. And of course, Man Cave, man. Go sub up to Man Cave too, man. Excellent podcast you got over there too. And always my bro, Coach Ed, man. You can catch him. Coach Ed's Amazing World of Sports, man. Always dropping that knowledge. Yeah, sprinkle a little game on you from now and again. But appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming out, man. This was an awesome show, man. I'm glad to be back. Glad everybody back. Big
Happy birthday, Chad.
And we're gonna roll out, man. But appreciate y'all, man. And until next time, man, we're gonna hit y'all with the trailer.
Miz, hang back for the after the stream.
Time. And you know me and my bros on the same time. No breaks, green light. No breaks, I got the green light. When you hit ons, know it's game time. And you know me and my bros on the same time. No breaks, green light. No breaks, I got the green. We gon' tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, yeah. We ain't going out, we ain't going into town, no. Money ain't the mission, no, we coming for the crown, yeah. Yeah, we coming.